Yeah, how'd that go for you? Oh, hey, change your title. And oh, it's Stitch and Stacy says the same thing. That's funny. It always happens. You know that. You can never have a stream without any mishaps. That's what makes it fun. I mean, a couple nights ago, I had one where my cat unplugged my monitor, and I couldn't end stream. Like, I could put my ending screen up, but I couldn't actually stop the actual stream until I figured out how to get my monitor back on. So that's fun. Heads after dark. It should just open up with just you and I just passed out for 10 minutes. We're just us just napping. Now, sounds good, man.
no silent prayer for the faith departed. I ain't gonna be just a face in the crowd. You're gonna hear my voice when I shout it out loud. It's my life and it's now or never. I ain't gonna live forever. I just wanna live.
Waking up. I'm waking up. Yeah.
My heart is like a like Frankie said, I feel it's my way. I just wanna live what I am alive. It's my life. This is for the ones who stood their ground. For Tommy and Gina, we'll never back
Let
down.
those shoes back in your It's nice.
Tomorrow's getting harder, make no mistake. Luck ain't even lucky, gotta make your own breaks. It's my life and it's now or never. I ain't gonna live
What?
I just wanna live what I'm alive. It's my heart is like an open highway.
I mean, only if you don't want it.
I just wanna live what I'm alive. It's my life.
I'm not going.
Better stand tall when you're calling you out. Don't bend, don't break, baby, don't back down. It's my life and it's now or never. 'Cause I ain't gonna live forever. I just wanna live what I'm alive. It's my heart is like an open highway. Like Frankie said, I feel it's my way. I just wanna live what I'm alive. It's my life and it's now or never. I ain't gonna live forever. I just wanna live what I'm alive.
Oh, good evening, everyone. Hey, I'm Casual Koo. I'm here with my good friend over there.
I'm the Dead Versus. Thanks for having me with you, Koo. How you doing, buddy?
Good. How are you doing today, sir? Welcome to everyone who's joining us tonight. This is our premiere edition of Dads After Dark, where Dad's Verse and I just sort of get together and talk dad stuff and maybe play a little video game later with all you, or just by ourselves, or anyone, right?
See, I was thinking the way that we were going to start this off is just by you and me taking a nap. I mean, as soon as my kids go to bed, I'm like ready for give me a good power nap of 10 hours.
That would probably actually be the perfect way to do it. Right? That, or sitting in our lazy boy with a warm beer, our hands down our pants, watching the football game tonight. What are we gonna do? Well, maybe we'll have to do that. We should be. That may have to be one of the episodes because you're a Detroit Lions fan, right? I'm a Packer fan.
Fortunately so.
They're playing tonight, man.
Yeah, well, no. They just happen to be against the Green. They happen to be there as Green Bay is playing. I'm not sure if they're going to be playing that. Let's see.
Okay. Well, I'm a Packer fan, so I never thought of it. Oh, yeah, lady, go Lions. Lady Koo picked the Lions on our family football pool. We have Lady Koo's dad's our little local NFL commissioner. Howdy, average Poe, by the way. Cowboys fan, man. Ugh. Anyways, Lady Koo's dad does a family football pool, so it's a little bit of family bragging rights going on all the time. Who wins And so she had to pick the Lions because she knows I'd pick Green Bay. So yeah.
2 times a year.
Right? Boom. Well, maybe next time we'll have to plan it right. Not that we'll be on a Monday night, but you never know. So, anyways, welcome everyone. This is our first episode of Dad's Verse. The concept here is we're just sort of gonna sit back, chat a bit about our experience being dads. We're gonna throw in some dad jokes and some dad advice. You can take it or not take it. As we go on, we're hoping to bring in some guests, and then of course. No, we're gonna chat for about half an hour to an hour somewhere there, and see where our topics lead us. And then, but then we're gonna play some video games. And tonight we're gonna play Fortnite. Probably mostly Fortnite until we can find some other games we like playing together, or we can play with you guys as well. So, bit of a fun, chilled back.
Versus here decides to get something other than a Mac.
We got Sleeky turned around, right? Right, average phone.
You got one of us.
Yeah, we'll get you all. I used to be a Mac guy. I still have an old MacBook Air. I love it. That computer lasted me like 11 years. I'd get another one, but right now I just don't need it.
Can you get that versus do a volume check? I can hardly
good
hear it.
choice at the time because when I got it, it was pandemic, just about to start, and so I picked it up because for my work I needed it, so I could be doing some editing stuff and great. And then about a month into it, I found streaming, and I went that way. I'm like, dang, I should have got a PC round. But I'll take it for what it is.
Okay, people said they couldn't hear you at all. One sec.
Oh wow! Well,
here we go. That was me. Maybe try that now. Test Dad versus.
well, hopefully everyone can hear me now.
Yeah, there we go.
The sultry tunes of the Dad verses. There, I heard. Oh, Slinky's heard me now.
Yeah, there we go. I had the desktop audio turned down a little bit. Sorry about that. It's we've never done this before, so you're gonna have to bear with us in terms of some of the production quality tonight.
Lady Coo, don't worry. I didn't say one interesting thing that whole time.
Exactly.
It was just me rambling on about something, and who knows now? Even I don't remember.
Well, at least Lady Coo too. At least we didn't do what you and I did. Like one of our very first. Well, we used to do this stream called Drunk Tanking, where we'd get basically shit faced, for lack of a better word, and tank some World of Warcraft, and we went the whole stream muted. It was the good old days where we had like no one in chat anyway, so no one bothered to tell us that we were wrong. So it's one of those things.
That's phenomenal. I think my first experience streaming was by accident.
Oh.
I pushed start on the stream and I didn't realize it,
Right.
and I went down to fix some things
Right
and that. And I looked up, and all of a sudden I had like 700 followers. I'm like, oh, I'm awesome. And then I found out about these things called bots, and I was like, oh,
I know, right? Yeah.
dang it.
I got hit too. I got really.
I was famous for like a minute.
Yes. Well, famous in your head, or you got excited, right? Yeah, I got enabled. I'm glad Twitch actually did that. I'm glad Twitch did that. Purged all those follower bots, because we got hit. We got hit by 2,500 or something stupid like that. And I guess
geez,
doesn't make it good for anyone, right? Because you feel good. You see, oh, geez, I got all these followers, but no one shows up in chat or whatever the case may be, right? So, but anyways,
man.
Oh, Lady Coo, you didn't have to do that.
Oh, look at Lady Coo coming in.
Unfortunately, I don't have the alerts on right now. That's one. Lady Coo, I didn't get a chance to get the alerts. So, thanks very much, Lady Coo. Lady Coo is going to be on her hands and knees washing the bathroom floor. Rude. What's Sleeky? No, you're
Rude,
Randy.
Sleeky.
You're
Why did
not
we say
rude.
what was rude? We're getting there, Sleeky.
I didn't get a chance to put the alerts up. There's a little rotating thing that shows Lady Coo was the last person to do the bits, so we'll just have to pay attention. I didn't get a chance yesterday to put the alerts up on. I was trying to find the right ones to match our awesome background. Nate Dog, how you doing, man? Sleeky, what do you think of the background? Do you like it? Too much? Too little? Anyways.
ooh, I mod for both of you, and now I also mod for both of you here. Oh, this is going to be dangerous. You know how dangerous this is, Koo?
It's a dad paradox. I think we just have our first dad paradox for you there, Sleeky. Grats, Auntie Sleeky, on your new arrival in your family, by the way. She's a
Yay!
cutie, that one.
She looks so cute.
Yeah. Remember, it actually kind of leads nicely into what we're going to talk about today, which is what's that smell?
my favorite title.
Right? It's an awesome title. Awesome title. Yeah, so the concept is what we're going to do is we're going to do a bit of a sort of a chit chat over a specific topic each day, and then we'll move into some gaming and stuff like that. So yeah, and our first one is sort of, we thought with the first episode, why not talk about us becoming dads? And what's that smell? Because we've all done it. I don't know. Well, all the babies, we've all done it before. We've done it to our parents, and they probably went through the same thing. And we've all experienced this as dad. You have experiences. If you're not a dad yet, if you're an auntie or you've changed any diapers, you know that smell well, and it sticks in your mind. So we thought we'd talk about and share stories about how we became dads. Maybe we should start dad first. How many kids do you have? And how old are they? That's sort of maybe good context for us.
I got 3 little gremlins, man. I got Annabelle, who's 10, going on 11. So my middle kid, she literally just weekend turned 9.
9.
And then there's E-Man. Yeah, 9. It's crazy. And then E-Man is 6, going on like 21. Dude's crazy. How about yourself, my friend?
I have 2 on my own. I have a 15-year-old and a 14-year-old. Nice. No, so I have a little bit more. Well, I don't have as many, but I have a little bit more years on experience dad on you. But it's hard to believe how fast it's gone. Like I still remember. I remember both births very well. They're like burnt into my head, and yeah, so it's right there. And then with my partner, Lady Koo, she has a 10-year-old son. So depending on the time of week, depending on the weeks, and actually this is one of the weeks where we have all 3 of them. We have some weeks we have 3 kids, some weeks we have 1 kid, and then every other weekend we get off by ourselves, like we have no kids. So it's not a bad thing to do, and that's gonna have to be that's gonna be a whole episode, like the whole blended family and stuff like that. I'm sure it'll come, but I think,
absolutely.
So yeah, so today we're talking about the births of our kids, and sort of how that all come about, and what changed, how our lives changed. I think.
Oh, because it changes more than you realize it's gonna.
Like unbelievable.
I thought I was prepped. I was not prepped at all.
I wasn't.
I mean, how about you? Did you think you were prepped?
No, I didn't prep at all. I had my kid's mom, who I'm not with. We separated 12 years ago. Now I guess probably longer than that. I guess it would have been 2008. Yeah, it was about 12 years ago, 12, 13 years ago. That goal happy. No problem. We it took us a long time. Actually, it took us a year and a half to have Nyla. We were almost at the point where we're giving up. Nyla's my daughter. I hope she doesn't mind me dropping her name. It took us about a year and a half to have her, and we'd almost given up. And it was actually, literally, we were back home in Ontario, and we went for dinner with my parents and my sister. My sister had some news, and she announced that she was pregnant. And we're kind of going, oh, that's great, because we had the conversation like literally that night, saying maybe we should not even try anymore, because it's been so long, and it's kind of getting tedious, and it was straining our relationship, and I wasn't really 100% into it. Like I hadn't really decided whether I wanted to have kids or not. But as at the age I was 35, I guess I was 34. So it was at that time where I was thinking about it. If I'm going to do it now, I do, because I didn't want to be an old dad. And yeah, so my sister announced that she was pregnant, and then we got home, and my ex took a test and found out we were pregnant, and so yeah, so it's a bit of a shocker. And she, of course, got all into the books. I don't know if your wife, Dadverse, had all the books.
Dude, I mean, we had the same issues. I mean, it was a good year and a half, if not a little bit more. Yeah. And at that point, you start getting concerned about is it right. Me? Is it that going back and forth, and that whole I mean, my wife, ever since basically she's grown up, she always wanted to be a mom. Right, that was the thing, and I always wanted to be a dad. I just thought it would be the coolest thing in the world, which it is.
Yeah.
And then when you're struggling like that for so long, you start overthinking things, right?
Yeah.
And
Huge.
so we get all the books, we get all the calendars, you get all the, well, if you do this, if you do that, if you drink this, if you eat that, all those things. And it was just insane. And I think it was honestly the stress about that was, oh, hang on, I'm lagging out here, I think. Give me a second. I'm going to switch over cameras.
Okay.
Give me a second. See if. Nope, that's the wrong one. You don't want that camera. Let's go to this one. There we go. Oh, I think I may like that. Can you still hear me?
I can still hear you, yeah. But we can still hear you.
Hopefully people in chat can still hear me
Welcome,
too.
welcome back there, Gold Happy. Thanks for joining us. Thanks for everyone joining us. Thanks, Average Poe. Thanks, Stitch and Stacy. Thanks, Red Cat, Nate Dog. Thanks, Sleeky, and thanks everyone else who's out there. We can still hear you, yeah, though.
Still hear me? Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Well, as long as they can still hear me, not be able to see me. No, but I mean, at that point, you start wondering: is it you? Is it?
Yeah.
All that? And so the stress of it, it would just, I think, got to us more than anything.
And I
you know,
honestly, that might even be the problem. Looking back at it, it was just one of the stress of trying to have it, because it took sort of the fun out of, the act of making babies took the fun out of it. Like, you had to do it at a certain time, and it's, this, and it's like, okay, this is not what I envisioned becoming a dad was going to be like.
like, yeah, and then we just got into the mode of, when we got to the idea of, okay, not going to happen. One of us we'll both go get checked out. Before we went to check out, I came back one day from work, and she's just got tears in her eyes in the kitchen. I'm like, what's wrong? And she couldn't speak, just tears rolling down her eyes. Like, seriously, what is up? Like, something's wrong. And then she turns around with a little test kit. I'm like,
Nice.
oh, I get it now.
Yeah.
That was one of the coolest moments ever. No, I did not turn off my video in Discord. Hang on, let me try and get back in. Give me a second here.
No worries.
Let's try and get back in.
Yeah, ours came a bit of a surprise. I came home from work one day, and my kid's moms had gone to the doctor just for a checkup, and she was feeling a little faint, and she was working with some other. Rad Mayhem, thanks very much for the follow. Sorry, we don't have any. We don't have any alerts up. This is our first stream, and I didn't get a chance to get the alerts up into the overlay. But and I know it's good. I know it's important for some people to see that recognition. But welcome, Rad Mayhem. Glad to have you a part of the casual family. We are. I'm here with Dad's Verse. He's really here. Oh, he was here. He is here.
Come back in.
Just trying to get Dad's Versus camera working. Anyways, Matt, how you doing, sir? How you doing? I know nothing about babies outside my area. Okay, don't worry about that. We'll teach you cynical guitars. Well, I don't know if we'll go that far. Maybe one day we'll have to have it a birds and the bees Dad's Verse. Thanks, Leaky, you're bringing your crew on. That's wonderful. Thanks very much.
Appreciate it. I don't know what's going on with my camera, but I come back.
Well,
It says it's turned off on your thing, but I know it's on.
yeah, that's weird.
Super weird.
I wonder if I should invite you back into it. Would that help? I wonder. I don't think so.
Maybe. Let me. Yeah.
I'll do that and let me invite you in. We'll figure it out. Sorry, people. Okay, 1 second. Now I can't find Adverse. Oh, come back in, sir. Right? Dadverse, if you can hear me, can you come back in? I can't. It doesn't seem. I can't find you to invite you. Thanks, Slicky. Exactly. That's exactly what I was thinking. You know, we all have to have these sort of. No, the first stream, you can't expect too much from us, right? I couldn't invite you for some reason, Dadverse. I don't know what's going on.
I blame Sleeky.
She wrecked it for us all. There we go. Yay! You're back.
All right, I'll take
For the
that.
nerd raid.
Pink fluffy unicorns dancing on rainbows.
Thank you.
Take that raid.
Thanks very much for the nerd for rating us in. Sorry we don't have the alerts up. This is sort of our first episode doing this, and I'm probably going to say this 100 times. First episode doing this, so I didn't get a chance last night to get and today during work to get the overlay alerts on yet. So that will happen next. I promise that's the first thing I'll do after the stream tonight. We'll get things going. Anyways, welcome for the nerd and RMK. Thanks for popping by. I was watching your stream. You guys did a great job today. I was wondering I was surprised you were actually on For the Nerd because you were, I knew you were away. So good show for you doing hotel internet and streaming. Anyways, for all those welcome in, I'm Casual Coup, and this is the Dadverse. We are doing a very premier episode of Dads After Dark, where we're just getting together and chatting about. Someone got banned or timed out. We're here talking about being dads, and our first episode is on basically what's that smell. So we're talking about us becoming fathers and that whole experience. So if you're a dad, please chirp in, ask us questions, type in your stories. We'll go from there. And afterwards, we're going to play some Fortnite. So if you want to hang out with us and join in the Fortnite shenanigans, for sure. It's gonna be fun. We're hoping to entertain and bestow some advice on you, whether you want to or not. Because as dads, we get to do that.
That's the whole point, right?
Right?
No point of being a dad. Give advice. Good advice or not, it doesn't matter.
Anyways,
it's advice.
We were sort of before the technical problems. We were chatting about sort of the whole process of starting the family, and it's kind of interesting that we both had some problems. Not a problem, but delays in getting it.
That's good. That's a real good weapon. It delays.
Yeah, I like that one, right? So did your first one? How you're? Oh, Sleeky, thanks very much for your resub. That's awesome. 2 months in a row. 5 months? Wow, 5 months. We're almost having a baby there, Sleeky. You're 5 months pregnant on me. Or should I say that? Lady Coo.
All right, Paul, have a good dinner, my friend. Thanks for being here, buddy.
Thanks for staying. Thanks for the raid, For the Nerd. Thanks very much. Thanks for popping in. I'm not included in the podcast.
Randy.
Lady Coo. Oh yeah, Lady Coo's not allowed on a Monday to play on the computers on Monday. She's doing.
No,
she's
bad.
she's cleaning the bathroom right now, so she's busy doing some vital work in the household. Since she was out gallivanting all weekend. Anyways, so we were just talking about the delays we were having in having our first child. How was your wife's pregnancy? The first one go well? Like, what anxieties did you have sort of during that 9 months? Because that was a long 9 months, I feel, in my lifetime.
You know what? Looking back at it, the anxieties I have really didn't kick in until around month 6. I think the first 6 months, it wasn't real to me, other than, the cravings for different foods and stuff like that. But I just remember one night I was just laying down, all of a sudden looking at her tummy, and you just see that alien hand push the belly, and it's like, what the heck is that? And then you realize, oh, there's something there. I don't know what it is, but there is something there. And that's when the anxiety hit me, like, oh man, this is going to happen no matter what. Like, there's no stopping this at this point.
Right.
And so I just went into full going on, like, okay, we need to make sure the room's painted, everything ready, set up in there. Oh my goodness, I just went into full panic mode. And my wife, God love her, man. She used to, prior she teaches special ed now. She used to work at a daycare center.
Okay.
And so she was used to all babies and stuff. Not here. This right here was not ready for babies.
Yeah.
So she kind of had to calm me down for the last 3 months. How about yourself?
I don't recall much anxiety. I was still more focused on work and stuff like that. I was very, I was running I was a CEO of a company, a tech company where I was living, and so I was sort of more focused on that. And I was there for when I needed to be there. I was kind of a crappy like I wasn't. Again, I hadn't really bought into being a father, right? And it was just one of those things that I just really hadn't. No, I was supportive of the kid's mom. I make sure she got to all the appointments. We did all the prenatal stuff, which I enjoy. I did enjoy the prenatal classes very much.
Those were weird. You enjoyed those?
I kind of did because it was socializing. It was a socializing thing to do, right? Anything socializing, I'm all for, right? So,
I just remember I was it was the weirdest one because I wasn't that old, but I was the oldest one there,
Oh, really?
and I felt it. Yeah, like everyone else was like, really early 20s.
Oh,
I'm about to turn 30 at this point, and I'm like, I felt old. Like they were using lingo that I didn't get. That was just fun for me.
That was
Though.
fun.
It was too awkward.
Nate Dog, what are 2 facts you have about yourself? Hi, K-Vamp. Sorry, guys, if we don't acknowledge you right away, it's just because we're busy chit chatting away here. Hey, Zoltar, how you doing? Welcome in Red Mayhem. Welcome back. Moderators originally said that I was going to be a girl. Well, that's interesting.
You hit either of those. Were you born a girl, and did you hit July 4th?
Exactly. Yeah, it was a weird sort of time. And it was one of those things I sort of look back. I wish I was a little more proactive, but it was one of those things too. Like after the prenatal classes, I got pumped up a little bit. I still didn't know. My kid's mom, had all the books, and I know I said to her I'd read them, but she had like 30 there, and going, I don't have enough time to read 30 books, and
what's the best chapter of the best book? That's what I want. Give me that.
well, exactly, right, or audiobook, right? But even then, I grew up like my mom's a nurse, was a nurse, and so I sort of grew up in that nursing sort of household, and everything was very, logical and scientific, and even I'd ask her advice a lot. No, I don't. She was a lot of it said just go with your gut. Like don't overthink. Just if there's something going on, you can find an answer to it. Just logically work it through. And so I just sort of took it that way. I just sort of took the approach to say, well, I'm just going to take things as they come, and we kind of had to because at basically the 7th month. Our daughter was 9 weeks premature, so
wow.
So pretty much right after the natal class, the prenatal class ended. We still had 2 months. We had 2 months. We don't have to get ready. We're okay. Nyla's mom went out shopping one day to pick some stuff up for her. I'm guessing, and diapers and stuff like that. We were still doing that pre-inventorying. And she got hit in the back by a cart at a local, I can't remember, like a Walmart or something like that. And it didn't hurt her bad, but it jolted her a little bit. And the next morning, she's in the shower and her water breaks. So it's like, so I go, I had already gone to work because I had early work stuff going on. So she called me and said, can you get me I have a doctor's appointment at 9 o'clock. Can you come and take me? Because I said, I'm not feeling well. I said, sure, no problem. So we took her to the doctor because she was supposed to get her strep test done. How they give all the tests they do for prenatal stuff. And so we get to the doctor's office. She goes, just go to the hospital, please. So off to the hospital we went and sat there. They strapped her up to a monitor to see if there's any contractions going on and what was going on. And we said, well, can we go home? And they go, no, her water's broken. You got this baby's coming. Whether it comes naturally or whether it is whether we induce it, it's coming out within 24 hours. So so it's she came quick. So it was a little bit more. I had to sort of step the game up a little bit more than I wanted to. But and what sort of, I guess, best to, I'll just continue the story. What happened is that after 8 hours, my Nyla's mom didn't have any Had a couple small contractions, but nothing much. It was a busy day. This is November or December 21st, 2005. It was a busy day at the hospital. There was like 6 babies had already been delivered, and there was 3 other ladies in the labor rooms.
Well, it was baby day there.
3 couples that were in the labor room when we were sort of getting tested were actually 3 couples that we were in the prenatal class with. So, they're going, "You're not supposed to be here yet." I said, "No, but we are." Anyway, so our family doctor came by and checked her out. Said, "Well, we're gonna move you into a labor room now. Mike, go home, get some dinner, pack some stuff up, like bring whatever you're gonna bring for the birth." So I said, "Sure, no problem." I get there. Our house was really close to the hospital at the time. I packed some stuff up. I was back in the hospital. I went to Subway and picked some Subway up. Back to the hospital at 6:45. Deb, Nyla's mom, was all. I got her like her nightgown and stuff like that, and her house coat, and we did a couple laps around the hospital floor. Had some water. They brought her some dinner. When they brought her some dinner, it was just some soup. She had some dinner. About 10 minutes later, she goes, "I don't feel well." She threw it up. She went, and the nurse came in. I forgot this. So the nurse came in just before they got her some soup and something to eat. She was like 2% dilated. After she threw up, she was 100% dilated, and Nyla had started the crown. So they called in her family doctor, said, "You got to get back here. She's coming now," because they expected her like induction at like 8:30 the next morning. No, she was out in 45 minutes. And tiny. So she was 4 pounds and 2 ounces. Or something like that.
Goodness, it is teeny tiny.
I have a great picture of her like holding. I don't have big fingers, but she was like her little hand, just like her whole entire little hand was holding the tip of my finger. So scary that she was that small. And her head, when her head came out, it was like it was up about 2 inches and over, like it looked like she was wearing a ball cap on the side. It was horrible. They had to wrap her up so they wouldn't see her head. So.
Yeah. It's similar. We weren't that early. We were earlier than what we wanted to. We were about 4 or 5 weeks early.
Oh, okay.
With Annabelle. And I laughed on yours because you mentioned Subway. Subway got me through all 3 pregnancies.
Right.
So, Subway is at our hospital, and to the point where like they get to know you well. But I remember.
Thanks for having me.
Steph just wasn't feeling well. She goes, I think I'm ready to go. I'm like, "Well, has your water broken?" "No, I don't know. I don't feel well. I think it's time." And so we call her doctor, and her doctor's like, "Well, you know, it's your first. Go to the hospital, get checked out, and then just give me a call later." Right. So we get to the hospital. They're like, "Oh no, you're ready to pop. Your water hasn't broken, but you're definitely going to go." She goes, "Oh, okay." So we get her up to a delivery area, and she's having contractions now, like big time.
Yeah.
Contractions. And they're like, "Oh, okay, you'll be ready to go in a little bit." She goes, "Okay, call my doctor." I'm like, No. You'll be good. And she's like, "No, I feel like I'm going to go." "No, you're okay, Steph. It's your first kid. You're going to be here a few hours." Well, within 30 minutes, all of a sudden, the whole room did the like transformer thing where like lights came out of places I didn't know they could have came out with, and like the ceiling swung down and everything. We had our first kid. She was there maybe in labor 2 hours.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden you go from 2 hours from being just 2 people to all of a sudden being a family of 3, right?
Totally.
And that moment of the finger holding, like that was, you know, those days like, "I'm going to be the tough one. My wife came through, so I'm just going to be the tough one." As soon as that kid touches you, it's just blubber, right?
Well,
it's just blubbering.
You almost like stand it like you're like hover, like you got the like put like the shield around her, right? You don't want to, you don't want anything to go wrong with her. There's scary. But we didn't, with her being so small. Like the doctor's going, we might have to put her right into an incubator, all that stuff. But they invited me at least, and they took her Nyla into the nursery and sort of wash her off, and they of course wanted to, you know, measure her and weigh her. Well, they didn't measure her because her head was so off center. They go, we got to let her head come back a little bit before we measure her. But then they also, with her being so young, they wanted to get her fluids in her, so they're trying to get an IV in her, right? And like her tiny little arm,
That
like
work being so tiny.
oh, and they jabbed her 4 times, and I'm going, no, like don't know, like, let's not.
Oh.
And the saving grace is when she was in there getting this all done, she actually started sucking. So they wrapped her all up really tight and said, well, let's get her back out to her mom. And let's get her out to the mom so we can, we'll get her, we'll have her see if she will feed. And so they said, Mike, we'll get her all prepped up. Tell her, go back and tell your, tell Nala's mom what's going on. So I went back and explained everything to her, and she was of course she was a little woozy, going, oh. And so anyway, the doctors came in and they got her on her breast, and she fed for 45 minutes. And I think
Wow.
that it made the whole difference, because Nyla, with as small as she was, she could have stayed in, like, by sort of procedures. When they're that small, they're supposed to stay in an incubator until they're actually sort of up to birth weight. You know, and so Nyla spent 4 hours in the incubator. She got a little jaundice because she overate that first day, right? Because she couldn't process everything as quickly. But it was quite amazing. But we had her. She was in the hospital. So it was nice being there over the holidays. She was in the hospital for 12 days.
Wow.
And her mom got to stay with her for 10 of them, which was great because, again, the hospital wasn't as busy during the holiday season. So, but yeah, it's pretty awesome. But like when I saw the nurse or the doctor jabbing her with the needles, no. Like I kind of, it was instinctive, right? I didn't even think about it, right?
No, you don't. And you go into, well, at least I went into protective mode right away.
Yeah.
And we were lucky. We didn't have to stay at the hospital that long. I think it was just over 24 hours. But I tell you what, I didn't sleep those 24 hours. And everywhere Annabelle went, I went. Because the deal was, me and my wife had talked about this prior to anything. Like, her mom was going to be there. Oh my goodness. My mother-in-law, saving grace, loved that lady so much. She was there staying with Steph. My job was to follow the baby. And I tell you what, I have never done a job that well in my entire life. Because it doesn't matter where they took her, I was following. And they're like, no, you can't come in. I'm like, no, I'm going in there. Are you sure? Well, no, I said, I'm going in there. You call administration later. I'm going in there. And I don't think I slept for a good couple of days, just keeping an eye on that kid. Because you just have not been around them. You want to make sure, are they breathing properly? Is that special? Is that noise should be making?
The gurgles and stuff, yeah.
The gurgles, oh my goodness, that poop actually is green. Should it be that green?
What's that little rash?
Why
on
isn't
her
it
head?
not brown?
Yeah, exactly, right.
It's just all those things hit you the first couple of days, but
K-Van.
yeah, just
K-Van and Chat said, when I found out my ex was pregnant, I got a second job so that I could use income to buy all the stuff I could give for a little one, and gave that all away. But I tried. Why did you give? Oh. Well, what happened there, K-Vamp? That's good for you do things as a dad. You start doing things that you wouldn't never thought you would do, like second job or, it's hard to say. I still a bit of a prick, I think. When I still sort of was really work focused because I wanted to make sure I could provide for her. Oh, K-Vamp. Oh, I'm sorry, sir. Oh, so sorry. That would be tough. Very tough.
it's one of those things. Oh yeah, I'm sorry to hear that, my friend. Yeah, it's one of those things where the mindset is, should I be dad centric, work centric, husband centric? All of a sudden, you've got a new role to fit into a life that you've just started to figure out as well.
Yeah.
Right. And how do you meld that in? And it's just a new role to try and figure out. Like,
yeah,
you're being told by so many people, oh, you need this, oh, you need that. Have you tried this thing? And you want to do it right, but all these things, you don't need them all.
No, you don't
at all. But you, at the time, you're just like, well, I want to do it right. How do I do this right? And so you're going to do things. Yeah.
It's a lot of trial and error, right? I found, I've done more. I've tried a lot of things, and not that many things have been. Well, I think there's more failures than successes in it, but I didn't really. Thankfully, I'm not one of those people who dwell on anything that I do wrong very much. Like the key is, okay, learn from what I did. Like make sure it doesn't happen again, or do something like do it differently so I get a better outcome. Or so it was one of those things I found. There's a lot of balancing when we got Nyla home, and we were lucky she came home very early. Again, like she could have been in the hospital for like almost like February, and we got her home like just before New Year's. And so that was a bit of chaotic. Remember, I don't know how you were. We weren't really prepared. We had some inventory. We had a number of blankets and we had the crib, and the crib was there, but I had to make it. Right.
Oh man, those movies where they make fun of people trying to put those cribs together, they're not making fun.
No,
those cribs are not easy.
No, exactly. We were fortunate enough though. She was so small that we had a little bassinet. She pretty much slept in for her first almost a year. Like she was so small through the whole time. Like she didn't top 25 pounds until she was almost 2, right? So she was just a little tiny girl. But now she's not. Yeah. Now she's fully grown. She's 5'5". She's normal. She's normal. She's very normal. There's like, it was an interesting thing. One of the big questions was, we didn't question really until the doctor said the doctor came to us afterwards, and they checked over her mom, and we're, and just asked how we were doing, and sort of give the whole doctor talk, like, okay, well, she's premature. We don't really know what's underdeveloped or not developed, or so of course she started just doing everything, like there could be some developmental delays, there could be some hearing or eyesight issues, there could be some internal issues, and we're kind of going, oh, like, great. We're overjoyed, but now we're going, Jesus, what are you supposed to, like, what happens if something's totally wrong with her, and how are we going to manage that, and it was a lot of stuff, right? Thankfully, she wasn't. She had a bit of an underdeveloped bowel, so she was delayed on potty training and stuff like that. So, but beyond that, yeah, she's smarter and whip and stuff like that.
That's awesome, though.
Yeah,
I mean, because when you get that sort of conversation with a doctor, then you become hypersensitive to every part of your child's life.
Yeah.
Like, is that neurotypical? Is that physical typical?
Yeah.
And going through those steps at that moment, I'd say a little bit more than you would, right?
Yeah, very much. And you're very, being very aware. We had talked a little bit about the gurgles and stuff, and the stuff that's other stuff like little rashes. We were always constantly watching that stuff. Like it got to the point where we're a little oversensitive, especially Nyla's mom. She was. Her hair wasn't like, she was bald until she was bald until about 2 years almost, right? It's like, is this something wrong? And she doesn't, does she have any hair follicles, right? But no, it was but it's interesting. So what was sort of your first fondest memories when you got you bring Annabelle home? Like, what what changed? Man. Well, what's fondest memory? What changed for you the most?
I think what changed me the most,
Lady Koo.
There's always what's going on with Lady Koo. What you do now?
Lady Koo from the background goes, sex.
It was put on hold for a little bit, just a little bit.
That was on hold. Yes, honey.
I think the biggest change was just laughingly, but not also, was the lack of sleep. Right. I was expecting a lack of sleep, but it's a different kind of lack of sleep. It's one where you do have those days where you're just like, ugh, but you don't mind it. Or at least I didn't mind it. I didn't mind getting up at 3 o'clock. I didn't mind getting up at 5 o'clock.
Yeah.
If that's what was needed there. Because that meant I got to spend a little bit of extra time with her before I had to go back to work. Now, I was lucky. I was able to take 2 weeks off prior to having to go back into work. And so going back into work after time off with her was tough. Like getting those early morning, like, okay, you need some food, you need a diaper change, you need a, but that moment of just rocking with her in the chair, like I said, that was awesome. So that changed. But I think it was just also getting used to the routine of things, right? All of a sudden you don't have the routine anymore.
Right. Yeah.
That's changed up. And so that was the biggest part for me. How about you? What were some of the biggest changes for you?
Not it's the biggest one is the routine or lack of it,
Mhm.
or the need to have it. I must say it was, and it was a little more. Believe it or not, it was a little more. It was actually, it became a little harder on our relationship with Nala's mom, just in terms of it. We weren't great communicators to begin with each other, and so it relied us on to be better communicators. So I guess there's that. Like we had to be better communicators. She took care of Nala during the day while I went and worked, and then I sort of when I got home, I made sure that I would sort of focus on Nala, sort of make sure she would eat. Make sure she would eat. She was breastfed primarily, but Nala's mom would make sure there's enough milk for me in the fridge for the evening and stuff like that. So there was that. It was sort of that being the focus. I guess the biggest one was Nala being the priority. There was no more. I make sure that I wouldn't go out with any friends or staff after work drinks. I make sure all my meetings ended by 3:30 so I can get home and sort of be there for Nala. And then there's the tiredness too. Like I took the night stuff. I figured, okay, I know that when Nala's mom goes down to bed, I told her, I said, listen, I'll take care of Nala at night. You don't worry about it. Get as much sleep as possible so you can be as refreshed and energetic for her during the day. And so that worked really well. So there was that was sort of the biggest thing I think that came out of it is us working better together. For the nighttime was sort of the biggest thing. Nala would always wake up at like 10, between 10 and 10 every night, and she'd be up for hours. So it was one of those things like I wouldn't get her down till 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning, right? And then I'd lay down myself for 2 hours to get up at 6 and try and get in the office for 7 so I can get home by 3 type of or leave the office at 3. So it was a change just to sort of have her focused, be the focus of sort of everything that was going on in my life. Even though work was still very important and stuff like that, it was I have this other responsibility. And unfortunately,
Exactly.
it sort of pushed, even though it helped the relationship, it really sort of pushed her mom and I sort of further apart from each other because we barely got to spend any time with each other, right? We're sort of, maybe by the time the weekend comes, well then, it'd be we might get out on a Sunday for a nice walk or something like that, but normally it would be me going down and getting all the baby supplies and diapers and groceries and stuff like that, and then everyone flaking out for the afternoon. So it was pretty, thinking about the first few months were kind of a tough.
Those 3 months are tough, and it's
Not tough.
I mean, you talk about the communication of it all, right?
Yeah,
The expectations of what you want from your partner at that point,
yeah,
and what they want from you, and being able to communicate it properly. We had a tough time changing that because, as I said, Steph had already watched Baby Room for many years at that point,
yeah.
and she knew, and I had to remind her, I hadn't. I'm like, I'm at base 0. I'm a noob. So, and you're already at expert level, and I need to help to get there. What do I need to do? And that was interesting to have those conversations where, like, well, why don't you just? I'm like, I didn't realize that was needed. Like, I knew it was needed, but I didn't know that's what was at that point.
Yeah.
So
It's
it was nice to learn. But so
go ahead.
I was going to say the late nights were cool though because I got to have Annabelle watch so many bad movies with me. It wasn't even funny. Like she doesn't realize how many awesome movies she's already seen, and so she has to watch them again. But while Steph was sleeping and recovering from that day of dealing with a kid the whole day, I get to sit back and watch Dolph Lundgren movies or Van Damme movies there the whole time, and she's up and moving, so I get to use have my little ninja with me on there. And it was just a fun little bonding moment for me and
Yeah.
her at that point to have that one-on-one time, but
Yeah.
also know wow, Steph is able to rejuvenate and get ready for it again.
Exactly. That was and actually that's where I really those nights became where I really became attached to Nyla. I think that's where our bonding happened. That's where that connection really started forming. Because it was very like during those times where she couldn't sleep. I tried for it was always it's like everything else. Being a dad's like trial and error a lot of times. You try something, if it doesn't work, you try it again, right? Well, trying to get her to sleep. Well, for the first little while, just sitting there and rocking her and singing some songs, and moving around, walking around the house, and then sitting on a chair. But sometimes it's sitting on a chair. I try to get up. She'd wake up. It was a bit of a trying to find the right mixture stuff. Well, it finally came down to it. I said, well, I'm bored. Like, I'm up. I want to do so. I'm one of those people who, if I'm up, I'm going to do something. And, I know I'm trying to get this little girl to sleep, but when I got her sleeping on my shoulder, I had to let her at least sleep there for an hour, minimum. The longer I left her there, the less likely chance when I put her down in her crib that she would, wake up. So, what I found, I started playing World of Warcraft. And I'd get one of like the little sling, the baby sling, and I'd put her on my shoulder and sling her on tight, and I'd have her on my hands where I was, awesome. Using clicking the keyboard, right, moving my character, and that was great. So she, fell asleep for me playing World of Warcraft, and that's sort of where I got into World of Warcraft. So I have fond memories of playing. I'd be playing and running dungeons when she'd have a little squeak or a little fart, and someone to hear it and vent, and they're going, "What's that?" I said, "Oh, it's just my baby on my shoulder," and they're going, "What?" So it was a lot of it's a very fond part of.
And that's the coolest thing is that all these little like they'll never remember these moments, but these are moments where are like ingrained into our hearts and into our brains, right? That we will just carry forever, and ever so often, like nights like tonight, where you're just all of a sudden have that memory click back and like, oh my god, that was awesome. I love that moment.
Awesome.
And then it clicks back again, like, but now I get to sleep.
Yeah. And just sleep a little more at least, right?
Oh yeah.
There's different parenting challenges. Different dad challenges as we get a little older.
Oh yeah. Now it's just getting woken up too early. Now I can go to bed when I like.
Do you have one of those? Do you have one of those sort of fond, disgusting? Or not, I don't know how to one of those sort of blooper moments, I guess, as a dad, or when Annabelle was an infant.
Yeah. I mean, the one that comes to mind, and the one that we keep reminding her of, is that those are the best. We live in Michigan. My wife is I'm obviously not originally from Michigan.
No, you don't have a Michigan accent there.
No, I hide my Michigan accent now. But we live in Michigan, and we're taking Annabelle for her first trip to go see my parents, who at the time lived in Maryland.
Okay.
Right, so we're everything's all set, the car's all set, we're all good to go. Hey, Ghost Raider. And as we're in the car, we have to go through Ohio. Anyone who knows anything about Michigan is Michigan people and Ohio people,
they don't.
Especially football-wise, get there. And I'm big into Michigan football. I mean, I just am. I love Michigan football. And so we're driving through there, and we've packed the car tight, and all of a sudden we hear this noise from the back seat. And then the lovely aroma just wafts by, like, okay, we got to pull over. So we pull over, and I pick her up, and all of a sudden Steph goes, "Oh my God." I'm like, "What?" She goes, "Look." I look down, and it's just all over my shirt, like just everywhere. I'm like, "Oh my God." And so I hand it to Steph. I'm like, "What?" And then I look at Steph. I'm like, "Oh my God." And it exploded onto her too. So there's both of us covered in Annabelle. We're like, "Ugh." There is no way for us to get to shirts. They're so badly packed down there. We had to buy gas station Ohio shirts.
Nice.
Like neon green, neon orange, big letters Ohio across there. I'm like, I can't believe I have to wear this now. And so we have one of them, and I told Annabelle when she's old enough and big enough, she can wear one of them. She can always have that story that she made her dad wear an Ohio shirt on her first trip to Maryland. So,
That's awesome.
yeah, that was. I mean, I seriously, I don't know how it got everywhere.
Oh.
Because you know how those, you got the 3 clips underneath, right?
Yeah.
And then you got them in the pants and the top and the. So I mean, it doesn't matter which part. I mean, that kid just looks like she had fallen in mud, and we have no idea how. So.
That's crazy.
Yeah, how about you? How about yourself? What's one of those moments like? Ooh.
Well, of course, it's a poop story because they're all.
Yeah, they have to be poop stories. They're the best.
Right. Well, I remember it was I was with Nala by myself. We sort of got. I can remember I had her napping on my chest, and then it was time to change her, and I put her up on the changing table, stuff like that. And at that time, I had her old diaper off, and I'd wiped her and stuff like that. And then I dropped the diaper I was going to put on her. And just as I dropped the diaper, and the way our changing table was positioned, it was sort of horizontal, so it sort of stuck in the corner, and so she was pointing this way, and then the other wall about 10 feet away where our dresser was. Well, I went down to pick it up, and then just as I did that, like a fountain, like a high pressure hose of poop went flying across the room, like hit the dresser and the wall, and I got a little dribble on me, but thank God it's one of those situations where I'm going, thankfully I dropped the diaper. Right? It was horrible, and it's what always amazed me, for a little body can produce that much crap. Like, it went on for like 10 seconds. It wasn't just one of those. No. It's like, oh.
When you say fountain, it's a fountain. Oh my God.
So you get some cheese into you, young lady, and bung you up a little bit, man. Can't wait to get on those solids. That's liquid diet crap.
Oh my goodness.
Ugh.
I had a diaper change moment where it was one of the first solo diaper changes, and I didn't get it on fast enough. But right. I thought I had positioned her in a way, but she wouldn't get me if the cold wind hit her. And the cold wind hit her, and it went shoot, and got me right in the face. I'm like, how is that possible? So, yeah, no.
I think there's like a magnet or something there, like it's like a dad magnet, or it's like, I don't know.
Right. Oh my God, I got that, and then I made the rookie mistake once. You're throwing a kid up and playing, and I'm laying down, and I'm throwing Annabelle up, and she's giggling, and I'm throwing her up, and she's giggling, and I throw her up, and she throws up, and I'm like, oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
her mom was just laughing at me at it. Yeah, it was great.
I can remember I took Niall to work one day, and of course, all the ladies that were at the office, it was basically, we had 7 of us there, and they're all ladies except for me, and of course they always wanted Niall to come to work, and it was nice bringing her down because it'd give her mom a bit of a break, and I had 6 babysitters there. I never saw Niall at once, typically once. Typically I'd see her when I'd bring her for nap time. I had a little bassinet I'd just have on my couch in my office, but it was one of the feeding times, and I took her, and I was just giving her a burp and stuff like that, and she had some throw up. It went on my shirt and stuff like that, but it was a little more than I thought, and I actually had some in my pocket, and it sat there for most of it. I didn't really, I felt wetness there, but I thought, well, it's just from where I wiped it off. But the wetness sort of continued, and there was probably a tablespoon in my shirt pocket all day, and it wasn't really until the end of the day where it started smelling, and I kind of going, oh, what's that smell? Well, because he always had that smell. He always had that throw up smell or poop smell in your nose all the time, right? So
it's always one of those where, like, I've never, only with a kid can you lift up and sniff someone's butt so many times. Like, is that you?
Right. Or me.
Yeah, it is. It's just nuts, man. That just always check in with the sniff test. This is crazy.
What else?
Nate-Dog has a question for you in here.
Did I miss it? Sorry, Nate-Dog.
What was your first reaction? Or what will be your first reaction when any of your children get a girlfriend or a boyfriend? Well, I've already told mine, but they have to either be taller than me or 40 years old. So at which point, I'm going to be too old to realize what's going on anyway.
Sorry, everyone. I missed a whole bunch of my chat was paused. Ghost Rider, welcome in. Sorry, and yeah. So I have to taller than you. That's a good question, Nate-Dog. My daughter could be dating now, and I don't even know it. I don't know. My son, possibly. They're both dating age. I'd probably do what my dad did to my sister. which is kind of sexist and stuff like that. But he asked for a resume from the person who's dating. So I can do that. Give me a resume. I don't know. I probably won't do anything, unfortunately. I just, I one of those things. I've let my kids. I hope I raise my kids to the point where they make good decisions, right? If they make some bad decisions and the people are hanging out with, I intervene, of course. But so far, to date, I haven't had to do any of that. So, back in the day, you also go. I can remember being like, no one's gonna date my daughter, Nyla. She's too precious for that.
I'm getting yelled at by Sleeky here. She's like, I only told you not to tell them 40. Sleeky, I can tell them that. Doesn't mean my wife will allow that to happen. She said 50. No, I'm just kidding. I think me and wife actually did talk about that a little bit because, we have nieces and nephews who are getting older too. And I think our biggest thing is that
Ghost Rider.
when they start dating, they've got to be able to, dating, like officially dating.
Yeah.
Not just like, oh, you're cute. Oh, you're cute too.
I have a crush on you.
But when they start going to think, they've got to be able to drive to be able to get themselves out of the situation.
Yes.
That's our biggest thing is because, but we, as you said, you hope you teach your kids enough that you can trust them to make the right choices.
Yeah.
They're gonna make dumb choices at some point. That's what kids do. That's what we did.
They should. Yeah. Yeah.
But you got to have them set them up so that they feel safe enough to do stuff. So, but we'll see what happens. I got a little bit of time. I got a little bit of time on that one.
I like Ghost Rider and Caveman. I like Ghost Rider and Caveman. We're sort of leaning towards have them make sure they can beat us in any video game. But guys, they can probably do that already, right? That or we just sit down with them and have them see if they can beat us, and if they can't, well then no, sorry, you can't beat us in Fortnite or whatever. You're
that's too easy. That's too easy, and then everyone will be dating everyone, man. I just woo.
It's like my dad
That'd be bad. That'd be a bad way.
If you're officially going to date someone, we had to be at least 16. Yeah, able to drive. Yeah, right. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Same thing. Yeah.
It's it's like both Niall and Walker haven't really had any interest or expressed any interest in dating yet. So hey, casual Flash, how you doing? My son, my casual son. It's our current ongoing joke. It's a bit of a tough question, just in terms of it's like anything else. I think with being a dad or a parent, and probably any other situation to get into throughout your life, it's tough to answer unless you get into that situation, right? Unless you're sort of faced by it.
Not bad.
It's like all those parenting books out there, right? They tell you, they have so much good, valuable information, but it's like almost. Well, it's like me with my degrees. I don't really use any of them in my life, like in my professional life. My degrees sort of all were oriented towards becoming like a foreign service officer, right, or a diplomat. I'm not a diplomat. I'm an ed tech guy and marketing and business development type idea. I'm not doing anything with the degrees and all this stuff and the knowledge I have from my post secondary, which I love. I would not change that experience for the world, but. It's like you have all these great parenting books out there, and you really don't know what you're going to do until you have a 10-foot stream of poop coming in front of you, or you get shit on in the car by this little creature, or she's crying for 4 hours and you don't know why, but you figure you put some whiskey on your thumb or some sugar on your thumb and stick it in her mouth, and she's quiet, right? After you yelled at her. And tried everything.
It's like we're hoping our kids will make the right choices, but at the same time, I think what people don't realize is that parents don't have all the answers.
Oh no.
We're just hoping that we make the right choices too, right? We God knows I've made mistakes. I'm sure you've made them too.
Hundreds.
Where you're just like, oh, that was dumb.
Yeah.
Why did I do that? And hopefully you're just learning from that mistake to not make that again.
Yeah.
I make sure though, if I make a mistake towards one of the kids, that if it was a wrong choice, I'll make sure that they know, like, hey, I messed up there. I'm apologizing to you.
Yeah.
this is what I should have done. This is what I did. This is what I should have done. I'm so sorry. Looking back at it, and hopefully that will help. But
That's vital, and
we'll make it up as we're going along.
That could be a whole talk there, just too, on sort of learning from mistakes. Because I do it all the time too, and it's important. I think I try to keep. I know my kids are kids, right? No, and they no until they're adults, they're my kids, and it's one of those things. If I make a mistake, I want to make sure they know that, hey, as an adult, I make mistakes too, and and so unfortunately, it's part of life, and they'll make mistakes. I don't want them going through life thinking they'll never make a mistake. And being a parent's tough. There's a lot you get. For all you out there or who are parents, you'll know this. There's lots of information out there. It's like everything else. It's like even the whole COVID, all the COVID information and misinformation or anything, any health type thing. There's so much information out there that it's tough to sort of weed through what's right and what's wrong, and but something might be right for me, but might be wrong for you. There's so many things that you can do, and the best thing you can do is raise your kids the best you can, and how you'd expect to be treated. And so it's one of those things. I expect to be respected and treated equally with people. If someone sees I'm doing something wrong, I want them to call me out, and I'll call them out. And so same thing with my kids. I want them to know when they're doing something right, when they've done something wrong, when they need to improve something. It's just one of those things. But we're sort of getting we're almost doing every topic we should get pull it back to when the kids were babies.
The tiny. They're not speaking yet. They're not dating yet.
Right.
You jumped too far on us there, Casual Night Dog. We're going back to babies. They're not dating as babies.
Do you think it's good for kids to have high expectations from parents, like going to college and what type of career they would do, or do you think kids should have some freedom of choice and that type of thing? Honestly, kids should have all the freedom of choice that's sort of within the realm of their age and their capacities, right? I think a kid should do whatever they want. My daughter's getting to that point; she's going to be deciding on what she's going to do next, and frankly, I'll let her know my opinions on things, but I don't want her to have any expectations. I don't expect my kids to go to college if they don't want to. I grew up that way. I was expected to go, and looking back at it now, I'm kind of going, I wish I maybe took a year off, or maybe I wish I would have did a different approach, like gone through the military or looked for a different avenue. I don't know, or done something different. I don't want my kids to have any expectations that they have to go to school. Of course I'll promote it, because the more education you get, the better you'll be off. But if they want to go into the trades, or they want to just go out and start working, or they want to, whatever they would do to make them happy, essentially, right?
But I think that's part of the. I mean, obviously, I'm a little behind you in some of this process. My process is with them right now is helping them explore things that interest them, right? And doing that, it's not so much preparing them for college, it's preparing them to make the choices by letting them experiment and find out what they like. We took our kids to dance classes, and they enjoyed it for a little bit, and then they're like, yeah, they didn't like the dance class they're in. They liked the dance, but they didn't like where they're at. We switched them to another dance place. They loved it. It's like, okay, cool, back at it again. They want to try some sports, so we'll let them try it. Now, the deal is, if they try a sport or try anything like that, they're going to stick it out for that season or for that term. Right. They can't go one day and they're like, oh, no. So, no, your commitment.
Yes.
The team, the group, whatever, is relying on you being in there every day, so you're going to do that. At the end of it, you can decide whether you want to go back or not.
Yeah, exactly.
But I think that's the thing that we're doing, is to set them up to be able to make those choices, to find out what they like. No one knows what they like till they get. I mean, I didn't know what the hell I wanted to do when I was getting ready to go to college.
Still don't.
I was hoping I was making a good decision.
Yeah.
I didn't know.
Yeah. Funny, actually, professionally, I actually work in that field professionally, which is totally for a different whole situation. It's one of my gigs I have. But yeah, it's those type of decisions are it's tough. Like any of them. But when they're small, when they're smaller, there's some of the I think decisions were a little bit easier, because one, it was more, I don't know about you, Dad, first, but I found it was almost a day-to-day existence. It was okay. Yeah. am I gonna get some?
How do I get
Let's
through
get some
the day?
sleep tonight. What are we, like? What like? Do they need to be fed? Is it nap time? Gonna have playtime? You know, it was there was pretty. There wasn't a lot of decision making except for making sure that that little creature was fed, slept, and was happy. And
Yeah, and that, yeah, the plan on how to make that happen,
yeah,
right, with as little fuss as possible. And there's never that shortcut. Did you find? Okay, well, I tell you what I found when we got up is that when Annabelle was with Steph, Steph had a way that would work for her, but wouldn't work for me with Annabelle.
yes,
For me to get Annabelle to go to sleep or to relax, Steph couldn't do that. So it's like it was different for both of us. I don't know if you had that same experience or
yeah,
not.
very much so, very much so. And it was more around, and but it was just a bit of our personality differences too, right? I was very much calmer. Nyla's mom was very more sort of hyper focused and a little bit hyper, and so I think babies. I'm pretty sure babies feel or sense those type of things when when they're on on my chest or when they're on either of our chests. The heartbeats will be a little quicker, faster. There's I think babies feel that, and there's nothing wrong with that. I think as long as things don't, are too different, right? I think if you're both parents are paying same amount of attention to the baby and giving them the attention that they need and focused on them, it's good. But I think the things break down when you don't have that. And unfortunately, even though Nyla's mom and I aren't together again, we try not to let the relationship problems we were having sort of affect her, right? And it was it's unfortunate that happened. It actually happened when Nyla was 22 months and my son was 6. So, and that's a whole story. I don't know if we want to get into that, but it's a whole story that I'll introduce later in another episode.
Cool.
Because it definitely that changed because I basically became a single parent for like 4 or 5 years. So it was and that's a challenge when you have a 22-month, a 6-month-old, and running a company.
Yeah, I
But-
bet that would be tough.
but it
I,
can be- but
I look
things we
forward to having
don't-
that conversation.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, sorry. Go ahead.
No. Go ahead, Coop, please.
So I was gonna say, what did you think some of the challenges were like when, after when you brought Annabelle home? We sort of talked about those challenges, but what about like what did you find 6 months to a year down the road in terms of what did you find is that she got a little bit bigger, and her demands became a little bit bigger because the communication starts a bit, the crawling, the walking, all the health and safety stuff around that. You almost have to bring a health and safety inspector in the house to get things aligned.
Right. I think we were. It was okay. So you do the whole putting the latches on the kitchen doors and the bathroom doors area. But at the time we had 2 cats,
Oh,
And-
yeah,
and they love to go down the basement to hide. Well, we can't. I mean, we got baby gates everywhere, but there's only so many of those you can put in without the cats getting trapped themselves and not being able to jump over. And so we found this really cool device, which you can't find anymore because I don't think it was child safety approved. But it was a little thing you put on the door there to latch it, so it keep it open about yay big, which was just enough for our cats to scooch through to get into the basement. So Annabelle would put a little arm in there trying to get the cats, and the cats like, "You ain't coming near us." Be able to run away. That was it. But then the kids grow so quickly,
yeah,
and to keep up with what is not so much the attention span, that's the wrong word, what is it that they need from me at that point to grow, to continue this growth,
yeah,
because the growth is so quick.
yes,
With the what they're able to manipulate, what they're able to physically see, how they even move and communicate changes basically daily at that point.
Yeah.
When you get that 6 to 9 month, that 6 to 1 year, it changes daily. And it was just trying to catch up to what what should she like? What should we be literally watching? Because now she's going to start forming some memories, right? So no more Dolph Lundgren movies for a little bit. We're going to wait on those.
Can't watch
we'll
Family
get
Guy
back
and
to those.
Simpsons with them anymore, right? When they start understanding the
No,
order.
that's on pause for a little bit. So much Mickey Mouse Clubhouse, so much Jake and the Neverland Pirates, so many of those things.
Yeah.
Thank goodness Barney was gone by that point. Thank goodness, so that was gone.
Here's a side question to that. Did you allow Caillou
Yeah.
into your household? Did you allow Caillou and do you,
Oh, I hated Caillou. Oh, what a spoiled brat.
we apologize. That is a Canadian export. That's not how Canadians parent their kids.
Oh my goodness.
It's horrible. That's horrible.
It was, but it was always on.
I know
You
that's
couldn't
wrong,
help but
right?
find it.
Pepper
Oh,
Pig.
that little kid. I just wanted to slap him on occasion. Yeah, thanks. But don't worry, my people gave us everyone Teletubbies. You're welcome.
Right.
So,
Yeah, I found that sort of as they got a little bit like in that 6 to 12 months area, 6 to 18 months. What I found was the challenge is like what phase are they in? They seem to be, as you mentioned, like every day or every couple weeks to be a different phase. You know, whether a tooth was coming in, or whether they, you started them on some solid foods and they're like they don't like that, they don't like this, and they're trying to figure out what they like and want, and then even them trying to communicate, right? The pointing and the expressions and the emotions, like how are they feeling, like are they hurting or it's just gas? It was I found that sort of the challenges is trying to figure out what was going on when they couldn't verbalize.
the amount of times you just had them on there because like, I think they're gonna burp. I think it's gas.
Right?
I think it's gas.
Red
Is it
Abby,
gas?
thanks very much. Thanks very much for the 100 bits. Sorry, Red Abby. Again, I don't have the alerts up for the. I didn't get the alerts built into the overlay yet, but thanks very much for the biddies. How you doing?
Sort of that. Here's this alert. And you rock.
There we go. We'll have to make our own. We'll make our own stuff. Yeah, that was I think the biggest challenge I found was sort of that when they're like you just didn't know, and it was frustrating, right? Because you guess something, and that's where I feel I failed the most. Is I would not in a way I wouldn't lose my temper fully, but I get so agitated that I almost I give up a couple times. I said, okay, fine, just here's the bottle. I'm gonna try and walk. You can walk away for like 30 seconds or a minute, then you feel bad because you're walking away and abandoning your kid that's sitting at the kitchen table or whatever that. But
You needed that reset though, even for 5 seconds.
Yeah.
A quick reset of fine, cry.
yeah,
Okay, what is it? But then, what really is this?
focus. We can figure this
'cause
one out.
you want to help.
Yeah, yeah.
You want to
Yeah.
As you said at the very beginning, right? You're holding that little baby's holding your finger, right?
Yeah.
And at that point, you don't want to get poked, you don't want to get hurt. And then when it's crying, and you just want the best for them, you want them to feel free, and it can frustrate you inside because you just don't know because they can't communicate yet. It's frustrating to you, but you don't understand their language.
Exactly.
know?
Gold Raider has a question for you, Dad. Do you
right.
do you ask your kids one day to stream with you, or did they ask you? I don't know if I've asked that before.
Yeah, no, it's a good question, Gus. For those of you who don't know, I do stream with my kids. That's my main thing I do. I was doing it originally by myself, and I was playing a lot of retro games on an emulator. And E-Man, who is my youngest at the time, was 5. Saw me and he goes, "I want to play some games." I said, "Okay, cool." I said, "I'm going to stream. You want to stream with me?" He goes, "What's that?" Told him, he goes, "I'm just going to be online. People watch me, might talk to us." Okay, and so we played. I think it was Streets of Rage, and the whole time, instead of helping me try and win the game, he kept trying to beat me up in it, and he just had a blast with it. So I said, "Hey, you want to join me again?" And then it just went from there. Like, I don't force my kids to stream with me.
No.
If they want to stream that day, we can. That's why you'll see a lot of Annabelle and a lot of E-Man. But not so much of my middle kid. Today, me and the middle kid were meant to stream today, and I got home. I was tired, but I looked at her, and she was just super tired today. I said, "Honey, if you don't want to stream, we don't have to." She goes, "Yeah, I just want to relax." I said, "Done." So it's about them first.
Always.
So that's what I came with Ghost Raider. It wasn't me forcing them. they just got interested in it, and now they love it. Now they found their own friends on here with us, so it's cool. Yeah, classic E-Man.
I
Yeah,
get the
classic.
high roll. I said, "Really, Dad? You're gonna stream? Why are you gonna stream? You're gonna embarrass me, Dad?
Oh,
Am I gonna stumble across your channel when I'm watching my friends play? You know." But
yeah, I'm waiting for that. That's going to come soon. So I'm enjoying it while I've got it right now. You know?
right? I'm sure it is. So, but yeah, I don't know. I did love. It took me. I must say, it took me. Until probably the last 5 or 6 years to sort of really appreciate and miss sort of when like especially with Nyla. I must say we've only talked about our eldest. You have two other ones and I have another one. The experiences were a little bit different, I'm sure, but because you're a little more attuned to it, and you knew a little bit more what to do. There's still the challenges, right? Like, because every kid's different. But it was one of those things that it's really only the last 5 or 6 years where I started appreciating those times and really the memories set from that and saying, and especially now seeing them growing up, seeing almost the fruits. I know it's tough to think, okay, the things that you do when they're 0 to 12 months, can have an effect just in terms of their personalities and sort of what they become, right? So everything you do affects what these young people become. So
That's also the scary thing too. Like, oh, I hope they don't learn that from me. Nope, they did. My fault, wife. That was me. That's my kid.
right,
And then sometimes that kid ain't mine. That's definitely your kid now.
right.
They learned that from you. Yeah, that's my. But it's nice to see them as they get older, turn into really cool humans. Like I know mine is still young, but I can start to see that awesome side of them. I'm like, you're a good kid, and not just because you're mine. You're a good kid. You have a good heart behind you. That's kind of nice to see. So, and then
That is.
with the other kids when they were growing up, what when you have two, especially young, because both of ours, when I had two and you have two, they're not far apart in age.
No, exactly.
And,
Yeah.
oh, that definitely flips you on your your head.
Bye, K-Man. Thanks for stopping by, and thanks for your
Bye,
contributions. I'm glad to have you popping by today. It was awesome. Hopefully, we'll let you know. Keep an eye on our socials in terms of when we'll schedule this. We haven't decided on the full schedule with this yet, but thanks very much, K-Vamp, for stopping by for sure. I'll give a shout out to K-Vamp. He's actually a streamer himself. He does a lot of art streams. Did some World of Warcraft streaming, but does a lot of art stuff now. So.
Awesome. I'm going to be stopping by for certain. I'm going to write down that name.
Some really good stuff. He actually has a Unity course too. So if your course is still on KVamp, let me know. Oh yeah, so you're going away. Have a safe trip. You're off. KVamp, drop me your Unity course in Discord again, and I'll make sure we share it in the dad's discourse too. I don't have the dad discourse up in the stuff yet, so please don't hit Discord because it's my casual coup one. We have a lot of stuff to do in terms of organizing things around in the Dad's After Dark universe, but we'll get there, right? But yeah, so I don't know, Dad. Anything else, Dad? I'm sure we could probably sit here and talk for hours on this subject, and maybe we'll still continue.
I mean, honestly, really good. I mean, the only thing I will say is that the change from being a couple to a parent is just phenomenal. And there's nothing better about it, honestly. It changed my life, but I think it changed it for the better.
Yeah, right. I agree. It took a while for me to sort of tune in and wanting to be a dad, but when I started to be one, it totally. I'm a dad, right? When you have those kids, it's you can't. You can't deny that you're not a parent anymore, and your life changes, and it's changed.
Well, absolutely.
It's changed for the better. Of course, there's some selfish times where you just want to maybe go on an all-exclusive holiday with your spouse and not deal with the kids, or, geez, I wish they weren't around, and I want to have some quiet, some special time, or just go out with the boys whenever you want to. But you know what? Those things can still happen. You just have to plan for them and make them
Yeah,
better,
but
right?
they can still happen. But at the same time, you still, or at least for me anyway. Me and the wife
Thanks,
have stuff
Leaky.
to go out and have a date night, but we're like,
Thanks, Gator.
let's go home. Let's hang out with the kids again.
Well, that's the thing.
You know?
You have a whole little crew now that actually create some new memories for you, for sure. Nate, I'll get a question for us. What's your guys' favorite memories with your kids? Ooh, that's a big question.
Super big question because it's all over the place.
I must say, why don't we try and keep it? Let's try and keep it, Nate Dogg, if you don't mind. Let's try and keep that. We'll try and keep it sort of the first, within the first year of our kids. Because there's several of them, but since we're sort of trying to focus around when we first became dads, is that fine? Sorry, Nate Dogg. Well, you can. This is the best part about this one, Nate Dogg. You can ask that question every episode if you want. We can come. Right?
Exactly. Can come back. We got tons of memories until we're old enough to forget. We got it right now.
Yeah, and we're doing it. We're recording this so we can come back when we both have dementia, sit in the home, which might be next year for me. I don't know.
A year and a half for me behind. Yeah.
This is for posterity's sake. We're not here for you guys. We're here for ourselves. No. What's your favorite memory of when one or all three if you want.
Honestly, one of my favorite memories is after the birth of my second child, Sophie. Because when Sophie was born, Steph and Sophie had to stay in hospital an extra day, right?
Yeah.
And so I am at home with Annabelle, and I say, "Okay, Annabelle, we're going to go and meet your sister now." And she's all excited, and we take her in, and I show her sister, and she's like all smiley and stuff. And then Sophie moves. And oh dear God, you would have thought it was like a Chucky movie or something. Because I think prior to that, we did all this planning. We think that in her head that she thought her sister was a big baby doll.
Yeah.
And then it was moving and making noise. And so we have this great picture of her holding Sophie, just like scared like nobody's business. And I will never forget that because it's that moment like, oh no, honey, this moves and it's staying with us. So, how about you? What's one of your favorite memories, my friend?
It was Walker was born. It was sort of both of them were involved. Now I would have been about the 22-month range there, and Walker in his 6 month, or maybe a little old. Maybe Walker was crawling, so I'm gonna say 8 to 9 months. So now it would have been over 2, and they were playing in Walker's room for a while, and I said, okay, I have to go and make some dinner, guys. And so would you guys be okay? Just chill by they were from Walker's room to where my kitchen was. We had a big common room, so it was like maybe a 10-foot walk, right? So, and Niall's going no problem, and they're chit chatting away. I could hear him in there and giggling and stuff like that. And Walker at the time, he would roll. Was his way of sort of getting around. And Walker at that time probably outweighed Nyla by about 10 pounds. And so Walker was he's 5'7" and like skinnier than a rail. But back then, like he was 30 pounds and like had no neck. He was the classic baby, big rolls, right? Which was nice because Nyla had nothing. She had no rolls. Could barely, I could see her skin. It's like could see her ribs, her skin and stuff like that. Anyway, so they're playing nicely, and it was about 10 minutes or so, and all of a sudden Nyla's going, "Daddy, help me, Daddy, help me!" So I go in there, and Walker had rolled on Nyla. And he was sort of arched over her stomach, is like this, and he's just looking up at me, and I was going, "Help me, Daddy, help me!" Flailing away underneath him, and she couldn't move, and Walker's just stand like big blue eyes, just sort of like being a boy. So it's awesome.
Oh man.
It was awesome.
We got a question coming in from Nate Dogg. Actually, this is a good one, I think,
This is
too.
a very good one. Yeah.
How did you guys come up with your kids' names?
You want to
I
go?
like that.
Take that one first.
Yeah. I mean, my wife's teacher, I'm a teacher, so we went through a whole list of names that we both liked, and it was so hard because, like, no, I've had a kid in that class, and that kid was horrible. Oh yeah, I had a kid in that class, and that kid we're not naming it after that kid. So it was tough. And then my wife had just seen a movie premiere down in Detroit for a good friend, and one of the characters' names was Annabelle. We'd never heard it before. I'm like, that's a gorgeous name. We both loved it. And then, like a year later, the horror movie came out. We felt bad. I'm like, no. I like to tell her that because Annabelle's middle name is Marie, and I'm like Annabelle Marie, and that's Rogue's name in some places. Sometimes
That's
it's
cool.
Anna Marie. I'm like, no, it's Annabelle. It's Annabelle. So I like to tell her that she's a superhero. Um, and then the Sophie's name, we picked it. I'm a Roald Dahl fan, and Sophie's the name of the main character in the
Oh,
BFG.
cool.
And plus, we just thought it was a sweet
Yeah,
name.
yeah, that's
And
right.
then yeah, I love that. And E-Man, his actual name is Elliot, but he goes by E-Man now.
Yeah. It's adapted his,
And
his
we
personality.
just, we just, we, he was meant to be an Oliver.
Oh,
And then randomly we changed it to Elliot near the end there. And he's definitely an E-Man.
that's
For
cool.
certain. So,
Cool.
so wait, so she wasn't named after the, no, she was before the horror movie. Totally before the horror movie.
Hey, Debbie.
No, no, no.
Welcome to channel. This is again. So every time you come in, Debbie, we've been doing something a little different. Debbie's been one of my new followers, and she's joined us about a week ago or so, a couple weeks ago. Anyways, we tonight's Debbie's our premiere of Dad's After Dark. This is my good friend Dad's Verse. He's from Michigan, and we're just talking about today. We're talking about becoming dads and how it's affected our lives. We're gonna get into playing some Fortnite here shortly, but we're just sort of talking about being dads and sort of dad stuff. We're trying to share some stories, take some questions, have people share their stories about their dads. Uh, oh, cool, Debbie, that's awesome. Congrats for you. So you just so.
What?
If you have any poop stories, please lay them in. Because if you haven't had a poop story, you're gonna have a poop story. Congrats.
2 months in, you should have many of them by now.
Yeah, so we're just sort of talking about how we came up with our kids' names. So Nyla came from actually when we started going through the whole process of wanting to talking about starting a family, and as I mentioned at the start, it took about a year and a half before we had Nyla. We were sitting on our deck one night having a couple bottles of wine and a nice dinner, and we are sort of just going through what type of names do we want? No, would we want if it's a girl or a boy and stuff like that. So it was at that time we actually came up. We had pretty much decided on my son Walker's name. His mom's grandfather was named Walker, so I thought that was appropriate. We thought it was good. The middle name, Walker's middle name is Walker Maxon, Macsen. So Maxon we found in just a standard naming book that we thought was kind of cool. Instead of Max, it was Maxon. And then Nyla we couldn't find any girls' names we liked, but we were sort of hovering around the Maya and Mila and Mila but nothing really sort of clicked, and we sort of all of a sudden we sort of just started blurting out words. Like just different ones, and Nyla popped out in one of them, and we thought, cool, that's awesome. And we couldn't really find it in any standard naming book. It was funny because it was about the time this is around the time Hurricane Katrina happened, and we were actually watching the news one day, and there was they were interviewing a little black girl named Nyla. So we see there's obviously other Nylas out there, so we thought maybe it's something within the black culture that maybe that's a name. So, but whatever, we didn't really care. And Nyla's middle name is Hunter. So, so both my kids came out of sort of a night of having wine, a few bottles of wine and some food. So, but yeah,
Did you feel any pressure to do any? I mean, because you mentioned that grandfather's name, and that did you have any pressure from family members that there had to be a family connection to any part of the name?
No. The biggest one, the one was one of the things. The only thing that was really I actually asked for from my spouse is we're common law, we weren't married, and so technically under British Columbian law, the last name goes to the mom. Technically the last name of the kids is the mom's name. But I was sort of like I was the last of my family, until I had Walker. So I actually asked, Deb if it would be okay if the kids took my last name, and so, and she agreed. So that was about that sort of they took my last name, but yeah, no family pressure from first name side at all. We let everyone know what names we sort of let everyone know what we were thinking, and everyone thought they're great, so we went with it. So yeah.
We had a little pressure for family name, but what we decided, and everyone was really not cool with, because it's really, when you get to naming, sometimes it can get a little crazy, right?
Yeah.
But we wanted our kids to have their own first names, to be the first of any family that had that name, and then have the middle name of them be the one that honors a family member.
Yeah.
And somehow. So each of their middle names are connected to a family somehow,
cool.
some way.
That's neat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's what
If you had right, Debbie, I've never heard that before. No, I've heard that lots of times. Right?
And Texas Ranger.
That or is why didn't we make Walker's name Texas Ranger, like his middle name's Texas Ranger, which would have been cool too. But yeah.
I have a friend who, seriously, she's the coolest person ever. Her kid's middle name actually is Danger.
Nice.
Danger is this kid's middle name. It is amazing. I'm like, oh my god, I want that. So
you wonder where some of these people come up with their names, but anyways, that's. I think maybe we should end it there for the talking part.
Sure.
Hop into some Fortnite, but before we go, I think Dad, you have a joke, right?
Oh golly, do I have some jokes?
Inspirational quote now, or are we gonna do? We should do it at the end, right? We'll do the joke now. I think would be a better option.
Oh, hang on. Oh, it's gone. I had it. Hang on. Wait, there it is. All right, I got a couple of them.
Okay.
Oh, what was that? What is that noise? Oh my goodness! There's something music playing in my ear, and it's not you.
Okay. Okay. I've had that happen. Where's the sound coming from? Yeah.
But my favorite dad joke of the day. Here it comes. Did you hear the one about the roof?
No.
Never mind. It's over your head.
Oh.
Hey! Go on. That's a good one. I hated facial hair, but then it grew on me.
Okay, those are
There we
good.
go.
Yeah, we'll make sure we
And I
put
got
those.
one last one for you.
Okay.
I got one last one. I got to go for threes.
Okay,
Always
threes are good.
threes.
Okay.
Here we go. It really takes guts to be an organ donor. I'm done. That's my bad jokes for the day.
We'll make sure we put those dad jokes in the Discord. Debbie was asking where the Dadverse is streaming from. We're actually streaming on my stream. Dadverse is from Michigan. Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
I'm streaming it into a Discord, and he's bringing it out into his world.
Exactly. He brought him all the way back over to the West Coast here with me. So, and Debbie, because Debbie's from the West Coast here, he's from Washington. So, awesome. So yeah, give us. We're gonna. Thanks everyone for joining us so far. I hope you guys are enjoying the show. I hope you laughed a little bit, and I hope you. Thanks, there, Sleeky. I hope you learn something. Maybe not. We're not here to educate you. We're just
He's chuckled with us. Yeah.
Exactly. Anyways, we're gonna flip over to Fortnite. If anyone wants to join us and play a couple games with us, go right ahead. I don't have a queue system set up, so we'll just grab you as we go. But in the meantime, we'll also take a little break. Being some old guys, we better stretch our legs, get some more water and stuff like that. So while we're on break, enjoy what we're gonna show you. I'm surprising this. I think this will be a bit of a surprise for Dadverse. So enjoy. We'll be back in a couple minutes, people.
Set up for 4 people in your Discord, so you can change the game scene.
That's what I have to do.
Takes
Excited for your PC tomorrow, Sleeky?
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's right.
When does it
Sneaky gets the
arrive?
PC.
Tomorrow around lunchtime.
Ooh la la.
It's not gonna show up tomorrow. It's gonna be like your stream deck.
You better don't even
Joe,
do
you do that to
That's not
her.
even
Don't make her
kind.
cry.
I'm working remotely tomorrow specifically to get it. So
There we go.
Sorry if there's background noise. My roommate's also playing Fortnite.
Hey, way to go, Cool. We got it, man.
Okay,
Good
now,
job, Q.
and we haven't. No one's died yet, or more important.
Nope.
Yet. Give us time.
I took out a team with a harpoon gun.
Oh,
That's all that's happened.
wow.
That's impressive.
We do. The storm's coming in like 3 seconds.
And this is
Alright.
why
Go out there.
I'm happy we have the stacks. But I had the wrong pickaxe out.
We do have the stacks, right? That's good.
And now I have the right pickaxe. Forgot there's paint here.
There is paint.
I should grab that.
I don't know where the last one. I think the last one's up on the top of here.
Yeah, last one's right here. Even though I just
Yeah, I
grabbed
went
like
through
two things.
E-Man and we just did the all paint. We got them in a half a day. Got it all.
Yeah, I could have gotten them in like 4 matches.
It's awesome. I haven't done that yet.
It was fun to be able to do that with him. Just not care about dying. Just running through the whole thing, picking up. It's really cool to have that kid who just wants to play those games with you.
Right?
Yeah. He's
Yeah,
so
man.
sweet.
Okay. Did you guys already take off? Well, not yet.
Nope, still
No.
here.
No, I'm trying to.
I'm doing something.
I'm going to break out here.
He's in
and
the
use my little
pimple.
jellyfishes here.
I'm in the thing I hate the most in this game right now.
The pimple.
This is going to get really weird, Koo, because you know what I can do now. Oh no, I can't. Never mind. I won't do it. I'll mess up the stream.
Oh, oh no.
I won't mess up the stream. I'll be good.
Not messing up the stream allowed.
Failed.
No, not yet. I'll mess it up later.
Hey, there's not mess up all you want. It's like that's
Circle's not that far, so you don't have to rush.
is it, oh, that's
Purple,
usually
red. Okay. Yeah, it's real close by. See, there's not much out
Have
here
they,
right now. Where is
have
everybody?
they reduced the number of sniper rifles that are out?
There is technically 2 sniper rifles in the game.
You
There's
can
a
buy
fully
them.
There's a fully
yeah.
automatic, and then you can buy the fire one from somebody at Boney.
Ah,
Yeah, they are tough to find though. For certain. Oh, hey,
Fully
Sleeky. How are
automatic
you?
is just like a assault rifle.
Oh, we got it now.
we're running. Oh, there's Nate Dogg's already over there.
Buddy. Yeah, he's like, where you guys at? I'm so glad I got this Guffy character. I love him. He's just so
Cool. Yeah,
That's
Ghost
fine.
Rider. If you playing with that, we're the least. Well, Sleeky's pretty competitive. Actually, no, Sleeky, you're not competitive.
Sneaky Rage
Yeah,
plays.
Vala's competitive.
I'm pretty sure somehow I'm more competitive than Sleeky.
Man, you mean
And
I
I'm
like
winning half
I
the
like to
time.
do well. Oh, I'm getting shot at.
Yeah,
I like to do well, but I don't like necessarily care if I win. Sometimes I get disappointed in how I play.
I meme half the time. Did somebody somehow reboot in Steamy?
I'm not
No,
sure.
that was a solo.
Oh, there's a Slurpee truck. Do we all need? Oh, I need it. Or Nate Dogg, you
I
need
need it.
We all, other than
I'm-
Dad versus Will.
I'm good, but I think we should get it for the rest of you guys. So we
Yeah.
get Sleeky up here.
Then we can hit that sideways.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I remember I went into one of those by mistake and like I was like, "Ook, okay."
I
Finish
love
up the
this
essay, Ghost.
emote.
Come back and your reward will that you can actually come and play around with.
Love this emote.
The emote.
Buddy,
Sword
buddy,
emote
buddy.
from the battle pass.
Oh,
What is that?
Yo, it glitched my
Oh,
thing.
okay. So I know what it is. Okay.
Whoa.
Whoa!
Yeah, that's the sideways rift.
Ever been in these?
What do you do?
It's the sideways and
Whoa! This is
It's
I've
just
done
like it.
this before.
But there's
That's
3
nuts.
tiers to it. So if you can complete all tiers, it will give you
So you just have to kill him?
it'll give you weapons, yeah. And if the timer comes up, everyone has to kill at least one. Or started
so far.
it has to kill it. This is one of the bosses. This one will increase our chance immensely. That
This
one
is pretty cool.
explodes. Stay away from the red one, Sleeky. That one
I'm
explodes.
trying. I'm
Green,
dead.
green explodes in the gas. The gold
Can I
are the
walk
legendaries.
Take you.
Yes, you can walk out.
I really need to heal.
I need to kill this.
Everyone's exploded. Oh, I'm down.
Bad versus is down.
And should I
Oh,
get
we
out
missed
of
it.
here? Woo,
Oh.
I'm
We
down.
missed it. But look at all the loot we
Look at
get.
all the loot we get. I got you, Dad.
Thank you for
And
touching the butt.
these purple cubes you can use to upgrade the sideways weapons. Which I recommend upgrading the minigun because it's really OP. Especially since you can make it a mythic.
Go. Let's see what we're gonna
The mini one?
We need to move. Storm.
Drive. What are you doing? I need to do it last time it didn't work. Okay, so don't do the experiment.
Let's go. Oh, not that far of a run. What is this gun?
Why am I?
Sideways minigun. Ooh, this will be fun. I think I've already had this one once before.
It's one of the most, in some people's opinion, it's very OP due to the fire rate, and it can hold up to 500 small bullets.
Holy crap.
And there's no reload. It can
Oh, it just
overheat.
consistent.
It can overheat, but there's no reload.
Nice. That's why
Sweet.
it's OP.
Oh my god, thank you.
See, I'm here like OP, like I know what OP means. I'm so old. I'm
Oh,
like,
it-
I don't know OP.
OPP.
We
just
went
came
over
in.
this. We've gone
Said
over
OP.
this. Bad versus.
No, we have not gone over OP.
Yes,
Yeah,
we
we
have.
did.
We did?
Yep.
Oh.
He tried to tell you it meant something else.
Yeah.
Okay, what's
We
OP?
have
Old
gone
people.
over overpowered.
Overpowered.
Overpowered. Oh, I knew that. I didn't.
But that's not what I said it was. My answer was better.
That was old people.
That's not what I said.
You need to slow down, you little young whippersnappers, and instruct us in the ways of the young.
You.
There's another sideways anomaly over there if you want to do that.
We had a whole night one
Here, I
night.
got minis for you,
Okay.
Dad versus take this first.
Oh.
Cancel.
Storm's coming.
Cancel.
Where's the minis? Back. Where's the minis?
Running.
Did I run over? I may have run over them. There you go.
Thank you.
Is this your
Two back
AR?
here.
No, that's yours.
Yeah. Oh, wait.
Ah!
One more.
Of course, I was firing that by
He's
accident.
shooting at yourself. He's shooting at yourself.
Yeah, it was me.
It's Dad versus.
But I'm
Cancel
doing
by
good
a
because my
purple
backpack's heavy.
P90.
Slinky, you should be proud of me. I don't shoot at trees as much.
I'm proud of you. I am proud of you. You've come a long way.
As much.
As much.
That's the key. As
Same with Dad
much.
versus. Did you not just see him shoot the floor?
Hey, that floor deserved it.
Did it?
Absolutely, it did. Big Dog's gone in the bubble. He's shooting in that bubble.
I was playing with
I'm
Ricky
gonna try
one
this
time.
gun out. Whoa. Here I come, Nate Dog.
I went in behind you just to see if I don't die. About to make a horrible mistake, I feel.
I'm really good. I'm tough.
Horrible mistake. Horrible mistake. Horrible mistake.
All I hear is Dad versus. Horrible mistake. That's an explosive one. That hurts.
Ah! Die! No! Oh, run out of bullets in that one. That's why it's not working. Alright, that would be why.
I'm out of shotgun
Run out of
bullets.
bullets in that one too.
We're almost done. We got it.
Well, that was easier. Whoa.
And that gives us better loot.
Nice.
That,
I'm gonna run around and collect these shards so I can test the mythic one.
Got Storm.
It's fine. Oh, sorry.
No worries.
There's
I don't need it.
there's 7 if you want it.
No, go ahead.
let's
Wow,
go.
50 more people. We might actually win this, people. We might actually do this.
Totes.
Now, of course, it's the
We
young
got a
people
chance of
helping
actually
us,
winning.
right?
How did you
You need
get to
15
such low
sources for one paper
HP,
Ghost Rider,
versus?
just to make sure that you read 15 things, I guess.
Nice
I
shot,
barely don't do
Streaky.
papers anymore. I just give papers
This
now.
person must be AFK because they're not moving anywhere. Dad versus you need health. I've got health for you.
Oh, you know what? I've got
Yeah.
health too.
Why can't I
just
kill
didn't
this
realize-
person? Can
Because
you see this person?
he lagged out.
Oh, one of those.
Oh, there we go.
I jumped
Got
like.
it.
I remember doing that one game last week. I was
It's
like,
weird.
someone was like lagged out, and I was like shooting. I wasted like 100
Dad
bullets
versus
on
I
him.
have a med kit. Oh, you're fine. Never mind.
I'm
Sorry,
good,
Chris, I
yeah.
didn't mean to
No,
interrupt
I've
you.
got.
Your car.
Oh, I'm gonna blow this place up with this car.
Oh god.
This
I know I
car's
like
awesome.
I know I like fire, but seeing Dad versus trying to blow stuff up, I feel like that's gonna cause me to die.
It may.
That's an
It may.
NPC, Sleeky.
Nope, not that one. The person.
Oh, there's a person behind him.
Yep. I was just very carefully aiming.
The person in this
Around
house.
Who's down? I got a team over
Down, they're down.
Oh wow. Person over there.
there. Dead.
Sleeky behind you.
Woo! Woo!
Oh,
There's a
Goo,
whole,
you
look at them
down?
all. There's a whole. It's like they're all here. Everyone's here.
Oh, I'm
They're
in trouble.
very
I
far
have 25
apart.
health. Oh, and that building is on fire. I was gonna heal there, but
There's a person
They've got the
behind
venom
us
thing on.
over
That's
here.
pretty crazy.
don't shoot me. Please don't shoot me. Please don't shoot me. Please don't shoot me. Please don't shoot me.
You got this, Dad versus.
Down
I'm gonna try to crawl over to Sleeky so I can be picked up.
Oh, down! Oh, bugger. Carlos 1046 is my enemy now.
Building behind you
On my
there.
list.
Where is this
On your
other
way.
person? Where are you at?
I'm right here. The other person's healing, but there's somebody right there.
Ah,
No!
Oh! Top three, top three.
All three of them.
I
All
normally my first game.
final teams were in there.
We were right in the middle of all of them.
We did good.
Yeah.
So normally my first game.
Somebody
I end
just
up
got a
20
mythic minigun.
What's it that?
Look at those last loot. Cool. Ready up, everyone?
Do we just want to ready back up or what we
Oh, I
gonna
went
do?
to the lobby. I'm so sorry.
Okay, no worries.
That's okay.
Have it.
If anyone else wants to join us, just let's ping us in chat. Welcome everyone. If you just tuned in, I'm Casual Coup. This is Dadverse, our premiere of Dads
Hey.
After Dark, where we sat around and chatted about being dads, and now we're playing some Fortnite games that dads should
And I'm
play.
learning that my Lions lost to the Packers. Thanks,
What?
Ghost Raider, for that news. Yeah, your Packers beat me, sir.
Yeah, Packers win.
Who would have
Packers
guessed?
win. Hey, Lady Coup, the Packers won.
Oh, that's right. Coos on my side if it's for fantasy.
Nah.
I don't really pay
It's
attention to
gonna
football.
happen.
Yeah, Packers all the way. They had to win. They played horrible last week against.
Oh, did they ever?
And then New Orleans
Oh.
stunk out against Carolina. What the hell? I don't like the first round. The first couple of weeks of the NFL are frustrating.
Oh yeah, big time. Then it starts to get good again.
Yeah.
So somehow my dad found Abby.
Right?
Oh,
It caught me off guard.
Did he just show up and stream on you today? Did he?
Yeah, and he said it's weird, but he likes it.
That's awesome.
this is
He just
weird.
showed up today, and I was like, "What?"
Awesome. That's awesome. You know, I used to do fantasy football. I used to be in like 3 or 4 leagues. Then it just got too much that I was consistently just trying to focus on fantasy football, and I had to stop.
Yeah, I don't.
Why were you
just,
looking at my profile, Coop?
I was checking you out. I was
It
clicking.
showed
I
up
was-
on Dad Versus screen.
I was clicking the. I was clicking. Wrong clicks. Yeah, I don't. I used to do fantasy football, but again, like the Dadverse, it just took up too much time.
Yeah, man.
I don't have that.
It
much
was
time.
fun, but I just was like, nah, it's just too much.
I like the weekly pool we just play. That we have a little family pool, as I
Sure.
mentioned. Lady Coos. Where does anyone want to go? I picked the last one, so you guys pick next. Lady Coos' dad does a little like a pool where we just go, we pick the winners, and that's about it. I like that one. I like the ones you just pick players. Like if it's an NHL pool, you pick forwards and goalies and stuff like that, and usually head down to the pub for a night of drinking. That's my type of.
Let's go Believer.
Okay.
All right, let's do that. Yeet.
It took me like a minute and a half to figure out where to
I
land.
can imagine 18 leagues. I just don't know how to do
Oh, no.
Heading to the beach, people. I like going to the beach.
Who's in 18? Yeah, I can do 18 leagues.
Beach, let's go get away.
4 was enough. I could even imagine trying to figure out how to, like, do draft picks in 18 leagues. That would be. I know you can auto pick, but still.
That's a lot.
I really like it as screen overlay.
You like that one?
Yeah, it's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like it.
I wasn't too sure if the animation behind it would be too much, but it seems to be just nice.
I really like it.
I bought it like when I first started streaming. I wanted to use it somehow, and it just couldn't. Just nothing really fit. So, but it fits
That's
here.
good.
Next week I'll have
It's for this.
Next week we'll have the. I'll have the alerts and stuff. The most important things, right?
I don't know what RNG is on my side, but I just got a gold burst out of a normal chest.
What,
Nice.
dude?
But on the topics of dads,
Yeah.
I know I'm not a dad myself, but I feel like my dad wasn't really prepared because me and my sister are 12 years and 3 months apart.
Wow.
So he went through one just to go through another. And we are
That's a big age difference too.
We are complete opposites.
Yeah, right. I'm glad that my kids are close because they're really good friends. I'm getting shot up over here on the beach, by the way.
I see. I'm coming. I'm on my way.
I'm out of guns. Out of bullets.
Are we in D-Day?
Is it-
Gunfire
where's-
on the beach?
I have a gun now. Finally, it took me forever to find one.
Are you guys okay?
We're good.
Yep, they're deaded now.
I was gonna find some guns and bullets. So. My regular spot didn't have any of that. The two chests that are typically in that building at the end of the pier had nothing.
Oh, they're gone.
Yeah, there was like one chest there, and it was.
That's because they took 100% spawn rate for chests out a while ago.
Oh, did they?
There used to be a chest in every spawn location until they took it out a while ago.
Oh, okay, I was wondering that because I noticed you landed for a while there. You landed at the same spot. The chest would be there, and all of a sudden it's not.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they took that out, I think, the beginning of Chapter 2, but I'm not 100% sure.
It hasn't been since Ku was playing, but that was probably a consistent one at last season, and then when the season changed,
Oh, okay.
it probably isn't spawning there anymore.
Well, the chests are random every match.
Right, but most of the time when you were, like sometimes last season there were different, like this season there's different ones, different places and things too.
Right. He's telling you these games mess me up. Can't keep up with them. That's like, I really since I started playing Fortnite, I used to play my railroad.
There's
simulator
somebody
game.
coming at me on the beach. Oh, there's a duo coming up on me.
Okay.
Okay.
You used to play a railroad simulator?
Well, Railway Tycoon.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, gotcha.
Besides that,
You don't have to
school
help.
games.
I'm fine. And
like-
there's our bounty.
Oh, nice. World of Warcraft was pretty much all I played until Fortnite. So, I must say I'm
Right.
enjoying some Fortnite. That's good.
You're gonna have to get me into that, man. I've watched you play it, and I want to play that. Need to get into that.
I'll send you a code. You can play free up to level 20 or something like that. We should try. We'll get you in.
Ku wants me to play that one.
Yeah, gotta get Sleeky into it. Lady Ku,
I know
Lady
this-
Ku into it.
Yeah.
I know this isn't really dad related, but it kind of could because I got introduced to video games through my father. But
That's
how
cool.
did you guys get introduced to like the newer games?
well, basically been through you guys, like through watching Twitch.
Abby.
And Abby, yeah, Abby was, yeah. It's really been seeing what other people play, and yeah, that's sort of how I've got, like Fortnite was through Abby, and oh, there's the other guy over there.
I think for me it was just I was playing a lot before the Switch. I was on Xbox. I think it was a 360 at the point, and
I started on
turned it
Xbox
in.
360.
I was gone. It was really cool. I had this R2D2 one, but I just didn't like it, and so I literally took it into GameStop, turned it in, and got an old school NES, and I started playing that like crazy. And then the Switch came out, and just from there on, I've been playing it.
Switch is the best.
What do you play on, Nate? Do you play on
Well, right now, since I'm in college, my parents didn't want me to bring the PS4 in with me.
That makes sense.
So I've been on Switch for the past month.
Okay. I've never.
But normally I'm on PlayStation.
Okay. I've never owned a console or had a console.
You haven't?
No.
Really?
I didn't know that.
Because I don't like one thing. I just don't play. No, besides World of Warcraft, I don't play a lot of other games, and I just really,
Sure.
I never really necessarily wanted to bring it in, like for my kids. Like my kids, you know, just we've never been a really big never big gaming family. I didn't want to sort of. We always like going out and doing fun adventures, right? In life world adventures. So, yeah, I just never bought one. I won like a couple years ago. I won an old school. It was just a preloaded old Nintendo, one that had all like 200 games on it or whatever like that. I wanted it in the pub,
cool.
so we had that. I don't even have that attached to the television anymore because they're up like both of them. But Walker's 14 now. Has never been interested in video games. Walker plays his Minecraft and stuff on his phone and his computer up in his room. I don't know. We're playing the Fortnite.
we were,
third.
Stupid Packers.
Packers.
I was playing a lot of mobile games on my iPhone and an iPad, right? And my kids wanted to play more games that their friends were playing, so we got officially the first Switch we have is theirs.
Okay.
So I got a second one for me. But it was just fun because I wanted to go on it to figure out, okay, how dangerous is this for them?
Yeah.
You know, how can people follow them and how can so learning that and then got into it. I was like, oh, it's really cool.
That's an interesting part about things now, like to have the the whole interactivity, how the kids can like we didn't have when we play. No, there's no multiplayer video games when I was growing up.
Besides, like the arcade games.
Yeah.
And...
I just got pulled into the rift. Besides the arcade games, which most of them are single player, right? So
well, yes, for the most part.
There's no chit chatting. There was no nothing like that. So it's a big challenge. It's a big parenting challenge how to deal with the parenting. That's going to definitely be a topic: the internet and parenting, right?
Yeah.
That's a whole new world.
It's a scary world, I'll tell you that much.
Yeah.
That was kind of gonna lead into my next question. Like, Dad versus, how did you react when your children wanted to get into gaming?
Honestly, I was fine with it. And I still am. We've talked about and set up rules with them, and each of them has they're basically the same rules. It's a little bit different, but we've limited the game time. They know that they're not allowed to accept friend requests unless they go through me, and if they do, get one in there. But I'm deleting it and find out who added it because I just don't trust people on here yet.
Yeah.
I mean, even in my streams, it's like, I know you guys, but when you guys are on, I have you guys come through me and not theirs.
Right.
Right.
Because,
Sleeky, there's a sniper here if you want one.
I have a blue one.
Okay.
But
yeah.
the good thing about their gaming, though, right now, they're just doing it for fun with me and my friends.
Yeah.
Right.
So you can control it.
E-Man has a friend he just made at school, which is super cute because he didn't know his name for 2 weeks. He just knew him as Fortnite Kid. He had two friends, Fortnite Kid and not Fortnite Kid.
Yeah.
So now he wants to play with Fortnite Kid. So I've got to write a little note to Fortnite Kid's parents. Be like, hey, he would like to play. If it's fine with you, ask one of his parents to join me
Yeah.
so they can play that way together, not knowing them. So that's going to be our first foray into, having our kids go on the internet to play with other friends.
It's kind of fun too.
I mean, we got to do it. It's just a reality of life,
Yeah, nowadays.
right? So now it's like, okay, if this is going to be the evolution, the future, how do we, instead of saying no, we're not going to do it, we can't say that because more and more we're seeing the evolution of technology in this way.
I don't know, Nate Dogg. I don't. You're young now. You're like you've been born your whole life. You haven't known anything but the internet, right? The internet's always been there, right? You probably
For the most part.
Yeah.
Yeah, kinda.
It's we never had it. Like we learned. Like I started university. It just started. So in 89, like there was an internet within the school. And we were using networked, multi-person networked computers, and back then we were running DOS and WordPerfect. So it was very
setting off nuclear war.
but but like my kids will never know a world without the internet or this high-speed access to information. It's pretty incredible. What
I think that's my favorite question I get from Elliot all the time is, "Hey, Dad, did you have Fortnite as a kid?"
No.
No. Let me introduce you to Pong.
Right? Pong is the best.
That's what I had as a kid. I had Pong.
The thing I find most interesting, especially with me and I grew up starting out not knowing what gaming is.
Right.
I didn't learn till 6th grade
Wow.
what gaming was. And it was through my father playing on the Xbox 360. I always say it's a funny story because it kind of is.
Well, yeah.
My mom and dad had very weird gaming interests. My dad wouldn't let me play Assassin's Creed, and my mom wouldn't let me play Call of Duty.
Okay.
Yeah. So, whenever one was home, I'd play the other. And when the other was home, I'd play the first one.
Of course.
Yeah, that's how we got actually into Fortnite, because I was playing a lot of Call of Duty Mobile, right? And I really enjoyed that game. But then E-Man wanted to play, and I'm like, oh, I can't even play that one.
Yeah.
It's not
There's just something
very
about that.
kind for his age.
Yeah, I'm like, oh. And though that's when I was like, well, hang on, I think Fortnite's a thing. And so I looked it up, and I was like, it's still kind of bangy, killy, but more in a cutesy way.
Yeah.
It's
I was
more
like, okay, this is a
child.
little bit more acceptable.
It's more
yeah.
kid friendly.
Yeah, it's not.
I've seen some videos of controversy saying that Fortnite is still like Call of Duty, but the arguments come back saying it's more colorful.
Yeah.
Unlike Call of Duty, it's less realistic.
Right. Well, exactly. You have
What's
hot dog
colorful?
guys running around and stuff like that. There's a little different. I find that.
That's my bros. Yeah.
Right.
Well, that's the thing too. I mean, the other thing is that you've got to realize that what I do anyway. Think this, but gaming, if you're doing it with your kid, you're also getting to teach them how to do it appropriately, but also like teamwork alone out of this is just amazing.
Yeah.
Oh, I see them down there. Look at that. Oh, we all saw that one.
I think
that minigun.
Swimming towards
it's
the
been
shark.
fun to watch E-Man figure out how to share weapons and protect somebody or fighting somebody and learning the balance of some of those things.
Right.
Has been
Right.
It's important. There is some value. I always thought there's value in video games. Whether it be for
Oh, down.
He's gonna finish you.
Yep.
No. I'm actually
Put too
surprised.
much pressure on him.
There's somebody looting. There's 2 people looting right there. I'm gonna get dad races up.
Okay, dog.
If I could build properly.
go on
Not
down.
I appreciate it. Oh, who's down now?
I'll get him. These people are just gonna ignore me for
Sniping
now.
all these teams. Oh, I ran out of bullets.
Dead.
Yeah, there's sort of
Come on,
a
come on.
you want to go in? Or are we good?
I'm good.
Left. There's one person left.
These people are kind of bots. And if there's people who apply pressure,
So far, they haven't hit a shot, and I've sat still, so I'm not too worried. That team's down. Another team coming. Are you getting them up, Nate Dogg?
They're
Yeah,
both
we're
up.
up.
Okay, good. It's a team up here on this hill. 3 of them.
But
at
yeah,
least.
something I've realized is I've seen many articles talking about how children aren't getting the enough social interaction that they did back in the day when they went outside with friends and all that.
Knock somebody.
Yeah,
But-
Well, I mean, that's
There's the argument that they are getting the same amount because they play with their friends.
ooh, there's a victory.
Hey.
Got him. What was my stats on that one? I just
Ezra,
took
how
out
you
like
doing?
That's what you're writing in your paper on Ghost Rider.
Sleeky's,
15 eliminations, and I'm pretty sure
Ezra,
they're
how
all
you
right
doing?
there.
Sleeky, you're mocking Ezra here. You're mocking Ezra.
Wait,
What?
what I
Why
do?
you?
What I do?
Why are you
Ezra?
mocking Ezra?
Stevie, you had 15 elims?
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure it was all in that
You
bowl.
carried. I had 12.
At 15.
Look at hey. Did we get any?
No, now but I'm not being distracted. How's the Fortnite going? Tiki guy, it's going great, buddy. Good to see you.
Yeah, nice. How you doing, Tiki Guy? Thanks for the follow, man. Sorry we didn't have the alerts working. We're say the brand new stream. We haven't got the whole overlay set up properly. Welcome. If you're just joining us, I am Casual Coup. This is Dadverse. This is our new premiere stream of Dads After Dark, where we're sort of sitting around. We sit around and chat about being a dad, and now we're playing some Fortnite with y'all. So if you do want to join us, ping us in chat. We'll get you into a game or two for sure. So. We've got a third, and a first there, Tiki Dads. We're doing okay.
Just teasing and seeing if they turn
causing
the stream
trouble.
around. We're definitely going to turn the
We
stream
never
around
turn
at
the
some
stream
point.
around, no. Why would we do that?
Yeah, with the supers and others on Discord. The supers are wonderful, Tiki guy. They're fabulous people.
Yeah, they're great. That was a great time. Tiki, did you participate in the Super Olympics this weekend, or were you just watching? Lady Koo is still fuming that she got second twice. Lady Koo is not a good loser.
No, I don't.
And now she's pissed off.
There she is.
Now that she's pissed off that
I
Detroit
got-
lost.
Yes.
Not only did
That's
I
what
got
she's
disqualified
pissed
for
off
something I didn't do. So I just think that's just wrong, personally.
What did you do? Or what did they
I
do?
didn't do anything. E-Man
Children help.
touched a bowl of M&Ms, threw them all in. It wasn't technically against the rules.
Wait,
I
just
didn't tell him to
choose-
do it.
My turn. Oh, I'm not prepared.
No one's prepared.
No one's prepared.
We got
I don't. Lazy it is.
Lady.
Yes, it is, right.
I'm
Here we
just
go.
gonna mark
Lazy it is.
Ezra, Lady Koo's very competitive. Very. Yeah.
See,
She
our
doesn't-
versus is super competitive to the point we can't play putt-putt golf anymore. That's illegal in our house.
Oh, Tiki Chat, we'll have to get you, Tiki Guy. Well, maybe we have to get you into the Dadverse or the Dads After Dark
Yeah.
stream one night and talk about your experiences being a dad.
Yeah, there you go.
How old is
Heck
how's
yeah.
your little Tiki child? Just 1, 2? How many do you have? What did they have for dinner
How many
tonight?
tikis?
Okay, respect people. I have a harpoon gun. We're gonna win.
Perfect.
Nice. It's
I can
exactly what we
take
need.
out an entire team with a harpoon gun. I think you're set.
I must say, I tried when I saw it, I'm going, what's this thing? And I tried it, and I love when you pull people together and they pull out the shotgun, and it's awesome,
It's kind of like the Carnage Mythic, but less OP,
right?
less overpowered.
Oh, there we go.
12 going on 16. Yes, yeah. There's some 12-year-olds can be like that.
I have a little bit of time before I get to the 12-year-old. A little bit of time, not much.
I have a little bit of time before my sister hits 12, but at the same time, she's going through a big change right now.
Uh-huh.
My mom used to work at the school she went to.
I got a goal. I got a purple out of it. All my friends are getting
ammo.
shot at, and I don't know where that's happening. There we go.
My mom used to work at the daycare she used to go to,
Oh, really?
and she went there with them.
Okay, I'm out of ammo.
That was
we
in
go.
another school district from the elementary school she goes to. So she doesn't have any friends. She, with what I know, went in with no friends. And then Like another hard part was me moving away.
Oh yes. Oh, of course.
Oh yeah.
She didn't have anyone else in the house,
Oh no.
or she didn't have any other kid type people in the house.
A lot of
That's what I
transition
am.
for her.
And that was the
Now-
hard part because even they knew for a while that I was gonna graduate and then she was gonna start that fall.
Oh yeah, but it's never Nate Dogg. It's one of those things. It's you can know it's coming, but it's just
It's the thing you want to avoid.
exactly right. We talk about. I talk about. I can't wait for the day my kids leave the house. When I say, when you're 18 and you go to school, you're out of the house, man. I'm not supporting you anymore. But that's not reality. That's one of those.
Don't mean
No,
that.
not at all.
Um,
Oh man. Okay, so I remember one time, Koo, and Annabelle must have been really young, and I was stupid. I was like, she said to her like, you know what, Annabelle, you're gonna have to move out. Go on, get out. And I was just messing around, and she started tearing up and crying. I was like, oh, I'm just messing, honey. I'm just. Yeah. So I can't say things like that now because I have that ingrained in me, but I can never say it to my child
Oh.
because she took it for real.
yeah. Yes. That's one of those one of those parenting mistakes where you cringe at yourself, going, "Oh, did I actually say that? Like, did I really just do that to did I just traumatize my kid?"
Tiki guy, I love that you call Little Tiki your long-term investment.
I like
That's just made my night.
I mean, it's not wrong. A child is just a long-term investment.
Aren't they? Or can we call them registered children's savings plans? Or maybe like, tax. We should be able to tax. Well, we do have tax write-offs for them. I should say that.
I just found a car, but I have never seen
I
before
mean,
in here.
isn't a birth certificate just a receipt?
But no refunds allowed.
Yeah. Well, that. Yeah.
Yeah, there's
No
no
returns, no
mean,
refunds.
We had a nurse. We had one of the nursing crew because Nyla was in the hospital for like 10 days when she was born because she was small.
That's I needed that bullet, Dad. Versus.
Totally did.
And she, anyways, when we were leaving, was over the Christmas holidays, so there's only her. Even though there's a lot of babies born, it was only her and another another premature baby in the maternity ward all Christmas. So she had like 8 nurses a day and a doctor come by. And so when she left, she was like, no, they're all around, sort of teary eyed and smiling and crying, and then just as we're leaving, the head nurse goes, Mike, just to remind you, no refunds. You can't take her back. We don't want her back. It's like, really?
You
I
lie.
mean, technically, you can get a refund, even though it's a little illegal.
Oh, well, yeah, I guess technically. I'm sure there's
Well,
somewhere in China or somewhere. Can...
No,
yeah,
that's
where's it
eating
come
dogs, not children. I could not
This
hit a
person's
shot.
like, oh my goodness, the whole team is on me. What is the? Oh, can I steal that thing?
yep, I don't want it.
Shh, Tiki, that's in the dark web, right? Or is it actually in part of eBay?
That's the dark
Maybe
web.
eBay.
That's not
Section of
what you want to
eBay.
go on. Those babies
can go
might
up your
not come
maybe
back.
Goodness, Tiki guy, you kill me, my friend. Have you use that one, you
Tiki,
guys?
I love your
you keep doing this to me.
readings.
I'm putting you on Tiki eBay.
Right. Are we going to the thingy?
Well, I was tossing Dad versus some
Oh.
minis.
Oh, you were?
love
I
your
didn't even
I love
see
your
it.
reading streams, Tiki. That's
Did I
awesome.
throw them over you? They're all the way back there.
It's a great stream.
Huh?
Oh. Do. Hang on, I see them.
I have
no.
more.
No, too late. I got back all the way over here. I'm
Okay.
getting them now. I went back
Running away.
specifically for them.
But yeah, it's interesting to see. Okay. It's interesting to see the different experiences
Whoa.
each dad has.
You know,
Getting
there's
shot at
definitely-
and not even realizing.
There's definitely some commonalities, but
Oh, yeah.
every situation is so different. Well,
Got him.
Well, yeah, and especially like as you were
Yeah.
saying, Koo, I mean, I couldn't imagine having any of my kids in the hospital for 12 days. You know, that would have me worried sick. I bet you were able to do that. Oh, I couldn't imagine that, my friend.
it was trying. But it's
Ooh,
one of
there's a
it's
lot
one
of
of those
people.
things when you're faced with it, you really don't have a choice. You like have to do it, right?
Right.
It's one thing about being any parent, whether you're a mom or dad. You know, it's when you're presented with a little child that you're responsible for, you do it. You just
Oh, why'd I do that? Oh,
you don't. I don't know
I just tried to kill myself.
unless you.
Leaky's
unless you don't want
carrying
to do
on
it.
5 kills.
Oh, a recon gun.
Gonna avoid that.
I got a purple suppressed rifle and I don't like it. It's not.
Did I hear a child yell, or was that Lady Koo?
That was Mochi.
Oh, Mochi.
Mochi?
Mochi went.
I knew I heard something. I just didn't know
Daddy's
what.
angry now.
That casual crew angry. Mochi!
I added in a couple new sound bites.
Who's just getting shot at?
Oh, and I'm just standing here.
I just realized after I saw bullets whizzing past, I just saw Koo getting shot at, and it's like, oh, cool.
I was just sort of sitting here
Why would
playing with the stream, with the.
I see one more. He's down by the
I still
reboot.
that health pack. But I need that health pack right now.
Somebody's
Well,
talking.
Mochi's mouthy today.
Yeah, he's back on the piano.
Who throws grenades uphill? There's a guy right here on a
Me.
post.
That would be me.
There's a
I
guy
would do
right
that.
there behind
Nate
the
Dogg's
reboot
bad
van.
mouthing them and then ends up getting knocked.
Oh,
Hey,
Oh my
I didn't
God,
get blown up by.
Oh, where is this person?
He's behind the reboot van.
Oh, down.
it's all you
There's a
again.
guy
Oh, that
right
was
here.
horrible.
1 second.
There's a guy in green and white behind this tree.
Here, stay here, Koo. Stay here, Koo. Stay here, Koo. Don't go any further back.
I'll recon him.
Why are we going to the team? Dad versus.
That vest
It's like
didn't
a
realize what was
full-on
over there.
team that we're about to get finished with. He's
No,
shaking
don't shake
Dad.
me. Don't shake me. No, don't kill me. Don't kill me.
Nice kill.
Move it away from them now. Realized that was not my team.
That was quite the hit. I have 11 health, but they're down. Can you get Nate Dogg? Koo?
There's another guy hiding
Save
in
me.
this tree.
Ooh, just
I think
saved
Nate
me.
Dogg disappeared.
I don't have health.
Thank you for the butt
Ah,
touch.
crap.
Appreciate the butt touch.
I'm gonna try. If he turns towards me, I'm 1 hit.
Oh,
So.
there's a gold.
Okay, I'm gonna try to hide in here real fast.
Use a shotgun coup.
Good
Can I
job.
get rebooted? There's a
Yep.
reboot van right
After I
there.
heal.
You're also being
Oh.
shot at from the diner.
Yeah,
Someone over here.
Oh, never mind.
rebooting.
A lot of people.
Knocked or dead.
Nice shot.
eliminated fully.
Say a health kit. Oh, there was a health kit. Just what I needed.
Leaky
I've
got
got
10
health kits too. I'm
kills.
sorry, I didn't
My
realize. you-
guy. Leaky be carrying us.
That's an AR. Any snipers? Still no snipers? Man.
Can I
Still no
have my
snippies.
Can I have my gold P90 back?
Oh, is that yours I stole?
No, I'll grab this
Car.
purple. It's fine.
Don't get hit by it. Dead.
Leaky's just carrying us.
Yeah, it's Leaky. That's what she does. She has a giant backpack.
Oh my
We all
god.
just jump in it, and away we go. Oh, there's someone.
I'm being shot at again. My
There's a
god.
cat down here.
I can't do a single thing without getting shot at. And that's Storm, and it's ticking for 1.
Dead.
Get down.
Okay.
Yep.
Let's just keep running.
Ready.
Nate Dogg, you need a med kit?
Yes, please.
Where you at?
Shotgun. I'm behind you.
There's a dinosaur up here. Stupid dinosaur.
I hate the dinos.
I love this.
Do we want the chest?
Sleek is a
I mean,
beast.
we
Yeah, absolutely.
can.
Yeah, she is. Definitely the loot to your Yodas.
Someone was shooting to the.
Exactly. We'll jump in that backpack anytime,
Quite
Tiki.
a ways away. Oh, there's a guy down there.
See.
There's a guy
there
on
is
the
a guy down
road.
there.
Hit him 69 on the head. He's shooting a llama. One's knocked.
Cracked. It's one hit.
Knocked. If I could shake this one down, I could see where the rest of the team was.
My aim's off with this gun.
He is one shot. Dead.
Ugh.
The only thing I like with the automatic sniper is the fire rate.
Slinky is the best.
I haven't found one yet. Beast.
What's your
Do
new
you want
wall
the
edition there,
purple one I
Gold
have?
Ghost?
Oh, I thought we were being
thanks for the
hunted.
lurker, Yoda. Or Yoda, Tiki.
Give me my gun back.
Oh, it's stuck in a tree.
What gun?
Why is it stuck in a tree?
Just break the tree.
Oh, it's out of the tree. That means someone there's shooting it. Yep, that is the whole team.
Got more people to kill.
Whole team. I'm gonna die.
On our way.
I don't even see
No, you're fine.
dead.
See?
Bro,
Slinky's
that
there,
man
dead.
had some
Hey,
loot.
that looks like there's a sniper right there.
That
Could be
man
wrong.
had some
That's all we
loot.
need.
That's a burst assault rifle.
Yeah, the burst assault rifle. I'm not.
There's a sniper.
No, no sniper. Oh, there is a sniper. Ooh.
Yeah, I traded it out for a rocket launcher.
Whoa, rocket launcher.
As one should.
So
Does
Ron
anyone
who
have
can get
rocket?
all
I have
excited about a
many.
rocket launcher.
Dad versus.
She is a
I have
human
one
was that?
rocket.
aimbot.
No, I'm not.
Oh,
Take
Does
the mini
anyone have
first. Take the mini
rockets?
first.
Oh,
Dad versus. Take the mini.
hang on, I'm getting there. Getting there. Jimmy.
I've got
I'm
so many
gonna go
medkits. I'm
fight.
gonna top off my health.
2 people left?
You might be on the edge
Yes,
of the storm. I'm not
3.
sure.
There's a trio. There's a trio left.
Okay. We're all good now, people.
Can somebody shoot at that building right there?
I may have shot by accident. I may have thought I was healing. I was not healing.
They might still be in lazy.
Yeah, I don't see anyone in there.
I'm gonna build up here and get a shot outside of lazy.
Oh, yeah, no good. He is a human aim bot. Yes, she is, especially with a sniper.
Right?
Why would they be back in lazy?
Are they
Oh,
there?
because they were rebooting.
Oh, yep, there's the reboot.
Stop. Oh, one hit.
Don't kill them all.
Car's
Yes,
gone.
Nikki.
Somebody's flying.
He's just killing the ball.
Oh god, if I didn't lag.
Dead. Knocked. Somebody coming to
Knocked
miss.
him.
I'm gonna be down. I'm gonna be down. No! Right here. Right here.
There's a guy right here.
There's a whole team.
How's there a whole team?
There's just 2 people.
Yeah!
That was it.
Ooh,
Let's go.
yeah, 3 of them were dead.
I gotta kill. I gotta kill people.
There were 2 people over here by Dad versus.
Cool like me, I'm like,
With
boop.
the
We got a
15
kill.
kills and they
Got a
died with the
kill.
8.
15 again. Let's go.
1 elimination. But it's the last one. That's all that matters, right?
Right.
Sweet.
I had 8.
Well, I'm looking at the time. I think I got one more in me, Koo.
Okay, sounds good.
I got one more before I have to go get ready to sleep to go teach tomorrow
Yeah.
morning.
Sounds
Same.
good.
No problem.
That's perfect.
Ew, school.
That's it. A third and 2 firsts. Pretty decent. Good. Pretty decent.
I don't have
Hey,
any,
man, I'm taking those.
I don't
And that's
have
all
any
because of you,
classes
Miku.
tomorrow.
We're carrying the other 2.
I did get 8 assists.
Fortune.
Right? 8 assists. Assists are as good as goal, like deads, right? Right? Because if it doesn't,
They
it starts
couldn't
with
have killed them without you.
I can do less kills. I cannot steal all the kills. I'm sorry.
Well,
No, we
he
didn't say
needed
that. You
to
can
get
kill
that
all the
much
people you
kills.
want, Sleeky. Because that's something your parents have to deal with. These 2 dads don't have to deal with that mess.
Slinky's body count's too high to count. Take that in either way. I feel like Dad Versus and Q don't understand that reference.
Yeah,
So I missed a reference.
well, we're gonna try Tiki. Yeah, I think this might be the last one. We'll try and get in. We'll keep an eye on our socials, and we'll let you know when the next one is. Dad and I will probably talk tomorrow about when we'll do this again. Not too sure it will be a weekly thing, but it's, I don't know. It's gone very well for us tonight, and it's been fun, a lot of fun. So
I've enjoyed the conversation, dude.
Ooh.
great conversation.
Who are Dad Versus?
Great.
Oh, is that me?
One of your turn.
All right, we're gonna go. You know what? We haven't been here. Let's go there. Let's go to Corny.
Ooh, that's an interesting one. Especially since all the main buildings are torn out of the ground and destroyed.
There is nothing there. Look at it. It's just fields, isn't it?
Because it all got blown
I didn't
up.
like when Corny was like all in the air. That kind of freaked me out.
But at the same time, during the event, Steamy got blown up, and that's perfectly fine.
Very interesting, right?
Steamy, no joke, got like half the mothership on it.
What's gonna happen when with the next season? I wonder.
Well, the cubes are all. The gold cube is moving around the island, activating all the purple cubes.
Oh, okay.
And I don't know what's up with Blevin in the bottom corner. Even though if you run into it, it will give you shield, and you can get max shields in 10 seconds.
Oh, really?
Yeah. It's a very interesting concept. There's somebody in the corn, too. Watch out.
Whoa.
It's not a child.
Not a child.
That was a movie.
That was an interesting movie.
I haven't watched that.
Children of the Corn. Lady Koo doesn't like corn, so she doesn't mind if I chop it down.
What's your children's... What movie have you watched the most with your kids?
Oh, it depends on the kid. Annabelle and Sophie were all about Frozen when that came out. So it's Frozen and then Moana for a little bit.
Moana.
Now it's Descendants. Anything Descendants.
Oh my god, same with my sister.
It's all about. We got the CDs to listen to. And
I've heard it's really good though.
it is good.
Ours would have been Mamma Mia. Actually.
Mamma Mia.
I took actually Nyla.
That's actually really interesting.
When Nyla was
Growing up, I was addicted to Nemo.
Nemo.
Find the Nemo. They're all way over there.
Oh, that's the saddest part. My mom can restate every line from the movie. That's how much I've watched it.
It's pretty impressive.
Big Hero 6, let's go.
Big Hero 6?
That was a good one.
Tiki guy said.
There was actually a theory. I don't know
people over here.
I don't know why this theory came up, but it was like in Age of Ultron, there was a chip in with Tony Stark named the brother of Hero. They think that they think that in the new Iron one in the new Iron show.
Yeah.
They're gonna have Iron Man come back as a hologram and the Hero's brother as a hologram.
No, of course. But what holograms can't do nothing. Where are you, Sleeky?
I think I landed further away from you guys.
Frozen Big Hero 6.
No, I think I just landed way further away. I do have something for Dad versus though.
Oh,
yeah,
you do?
I took
Nyla.
I see who you are.
Nyla was like 22 months and Walker was 6 months.
There's too many.
Around that period, and I took him to the drive-in.
True, don't drink that. True.
What? Shoot. Oh well. I took them to the drive-in in a local little town where we lived, and Nyla, it was awesome. Walker slept in the back seat the whole time, but We were sitting, we had the lawn chairs out in front of the car, and Nyla was dancing all the time, and so she, like, to this day, just loves.
Oh.
We've watched it
That's
probably
awesome.
100 times. And what I did
So
actually
we have a drive-in here. We've never gone to it though.
when she was about, 3
Fighting
years
is
ago
freaky.
for her birthday, I took her. The Broadway show came to Victoria, and I took her for her birthday, so to actually see the Broadway show. She just loved it. Zoltar.
What's up, Sultar?
I think we're calling it a night after this one after stream, but I'll play after stream.
This man's getting a card to his face.
Get
Oh,
a
yeah,
card to his
definitely.
face. He deserves that card to his face.
Can you come up one more floor, Dad versus?
One more. Yep, come out one more.
I got a kill. I don't see where.
Thank you,
teammates
Sleeky.
are.
See, no matter what you say
there's
about
a
me, I
vent-
know you
there's a
deep down you
mythic.
like me.
Going for the mythic weapon.
Sorry,
Carnage,
Zoltar.
come here.
I'll join you after though if we're still. Well, I'll still play a little bit probably.
Oh no, it's the Venom mythic. Ew.
Whoa, what's that?
Either way, I'll take it.
Thank you for
It's a
dealing with
grabby
their
tool.
Sleeky.
No problem.
We're already on 10 kills.
I want 10 assists.
Technically 11. Because I have 6.
11 assists now.
We're doing pretty good.
And Sleeky have 3.
Dad versus, take some minis, please.
Okay. Thanks, Mom.
Next time,
let me
Zoltar,
glide.
promise.
Oh, why am I not just using the ability that I just grabbed?
It's a good question. I was wondering the same thing.
Yeah, I
No,
was questioning it too, there, Nate Dogg. I was like,
Yeah,
It
me
lets you
too.
what are you doing,
glide.
Nate Dogg? You're not playing the game right.
Come on, Nate.
Yeah, geez.
Get with it.
This weapon also breaks through like 90 builds at a time.
I'm gonna say the best thing I ever did in this game. I found the command. I found the setting that it opens doors for me automatically. That's the best thing.
Yeah, that's very nice.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
I'll help you, Dad versus.
I don't have that on because I feel when I'm trying to heal and there's a door next to me and the door automatically opens, I could get shot.
Oh, true.
I have auto pickup on for the tool, for the
Oh,
ammo and
storm's
all
coming.
that. But other than that, oh, there's paint there.
I know too.
Come on,
Wanna
Guffy,
update Edwards?
you can run, buddy. Huh? Oh, X, I'm coming. Yeah, I mean,
It's ticking for
Sweet.
1. I'll be fine.
the Guffy appreciates you.
Oh, we left Nate Dogg. We left Nate Dogg behind. Wouldn't make
I'm
very
fine.
good Marines.
My friend actually went into the Marine Corps
Did he?
after he graduated.
Get him bombed.
Leaky's over there being bombed by grenades, and I'm just over in
Not for long.
Pretend like I'm going to come over and help her, but she's
They're
going to
dead
kill
now.
them before I get there.
Well, I know
Already
we are dead. We try to. Do I game?
I have made them dead.
I just run around. I pretend to game.
That question was to Nate Dogg about when we were
Oh.
talking about his abilities. Like, why aren't
Oh.
you using your abilities?
Okay, behind the chat.
Oh.
See?
ADQ, we did abandon Nate Dogg. It's true.
Yeah, we left
Nate Dogg
behind.
because the symbiote
I'm
destroyed it.
fine. I'm out of storm and picking up cabbages now.
Missing
The other
one
paint's
hand.
over here,
Missing
Koo, if you
one-
need it. It's
yeah.
over here. Over here.
Where is it?
I saw you chasing it right here.
Now I should be able to
Marked it
finish
for
up the
you.
paints in one match. Because the paints that I have left are all on the northeastern part of the map.
Nice.
Northwestern. I'm stupid.
I was about to say, I mean, come on, Northwest,
Are
not
you?
just
Oh, we love a good troll,
I
Tiki.
mean-
Thanks. Yeah, you
I'm-
troll Nate
we're
Dogg.
up
You're
near
allowed to troll
corner
Nate
and
Dogg
all
and
that.
Sleeky all you want.
Oh, especially Sleeky. Troll the
They
heck
love
right
trolling.
there.
Love to be
You
trolled.
want to
He
do
gives
the
us so
cosmic
much.
chest? Are you guys? Oh no, you're not over there. Okay. Never mind.
We
Yeah, no.
ran away from the cosmic chest now.
That's fine. I don't need it. I just wasn't sure. I was trying to get a car to get over back towards you guys.
The only
That's
thing the
leaky.
cosmic chests, which I'm scared to say, they do give you paint.
Do they give you paint?
They do give you paint.
I don't
They
think they
give
did
you
give you
the
paint.
they give you the rainbow paints
Nah.
to like
What the-
unlock
What are the
the.
rainbow paints for? I collected.
They unlock
Okay.
for the paint you get walking around the map.
Yeah.
You can go into your fist stick, and you can buy skin variants for your fist stick,
Okay.
and you use the rainbow paints.
To upgrade other skins, there's like
Gotcha.
choices that you can use for those.
Yeah, Sleeky's cat. It's a nice. Mochi's pretty cool.
It's
Sleeky was only as cool as Mochi.
true.
No, Sleeky's cool. Sleeky's a cool cat.
Okay.
He's the coolest of cats.
How much did you We didn't finish the Agent A, did we, Sleeky?
No, I'll do it on Tuesday. I'll finish Tuesday.
I'm
No.
sorry
Oh.
for the. I'll be sure to give hints now.
It's all good.
Just when it came to mind, I didn't think about it.
It's all good.
We're doing a lot of running.
Well, we
Running,
chose
running.
a place far
Fish
away
sticks.
from the storm.
Fishing it. There we go.
Did you fish it?
Oh, I've got these little electric eel things for Guffy to kick hit with. It
There's
makes
some
me
more
giggle.
Paint over here.
Like
You
a
don't
fish
stay
slap
in this
from
one.
Monty Python.
Careful, you
What?
have to jump over the edge to get that paint. Oh, you'll have to go over the edge for that
The
paint.
edge for that paint.
Well, then I'm
You
not too
want
worried
it-
about it. I'll get it later.
It'll be a pain in the butt to get.
Oh yeah.
Especially with the storm.
There was someone there. I took the zip line for the storm.
Whee! Right behind you, Q.
I'm just leaving Sleeky alone. She can handle herself. She's a strong, independent woman.
Oh! Oh!
Apparently
What
Dad
the
was-
hell?
yeah.
And these
get
two are
sniped.
currently.
Dad first.
Oh
Yeah,
no!
oh, man.
Whoa.
You're straight
And
up
these
hard.
two are
Oh,
currently
He's
in.
up top. Jesus, I gotta. Sorry, I'm not abandoning you, man. I got your card. He's way on top of that hill.
Oh, it's all.
Are you guys okay?
Yeah, and he's got either a mythic weapon or. No, he's got a sniper.
I don't see him. Can you mark him
It
for
was
me?
quick and hard and
In second. He's
That's what she said.
He's up there. That
he's
rock.
up there. There's a person down below. Gonna grab that submachine gun and I'm gonna run. I don't have a weapon to fight them.
One of them's knocked. The one on the ground is knocked.
Quick and
The other
hard and
dude's
then
up
dead
there.
grunt. Right?
No, but I can't see him.
Still got
Who you're
3
being
kids.
shot at.
Ah, yeah, sorry.
Shoot.
Of course, there's a man in a bush.
Man.
Oh, and I just hit the NPC. Dang it. Didn't realize that was an NPC.
That's a me move, Sleeky. Why are you doing my moves?
Because I thought it was the person shooting at you. They were hiding behind the
I'm being
NPC.
shot from two sides.
NPC's down. Oh, Nate Dogg's down.
There's one there, and the guy on top of the hill is still third partying.
Yeah. Okay,
Just watch the guy on top of the hill. He's being very obnoxious.
He's very
Sleeky's got her backpack ready.
You got
To be honest, if I were you, I would just target the man on top of the hill.
I will, but this guy's. There's also another team coming out here.
Whoa.
You
Do you like this one? The second one is for
Just dead. Kills him dead.
if you could just grab our cards, it should be fine. I think he had to move down. Yeah, he's running past the big tree right there.
Sleeky always carries us. That's why we bring her along, right? Look at that.
There you go.
Oh,
Total
It's a
human
2-ticker.
just
bot.
demolishes
It's
them.
alright.
So you'd have to pop it at 20
this one.
or above 20.
Is Liquid Sunshine. 'Cause I don't know if you want to do this one or not. But this one is for Sleeky. 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 This one is for
I don't think there's one reboot van in circle. It's at Misty.
We're like the coaches now, right, Dad? Dad verse.
Yeah, well, the coach is good.
Slinky's
running.
Slinky's running. Like it's a good team effort. Good team. Good try, team.
Yep.
Good try. You know, next time.
Yep, left in front of the right, right in front of the left, right after that. Just keep doing that over and over again.
With the sniper today.
Slinky's running.
She's got the tail.
Slinky has no sniper. She's touting a AR and a shotgun and a mini.
There is 5 teams left.
Anybody can win.
Oh, stupid wolf.
Oh, the
man.
wolf! What the
Stupid
heck?
wolf.
Come on. This is just not
They're in
fair
the
at
water
this point.
there.
Of course, I need to reload.
Nice
Yeah,
shots.
right.
Look at that. 27,
Look
27,
at that aim.
21,
Oh my
Look at
god,
that
29.
the
aim.
wolf
Wow.
needs to die. Go in the water so the wolf can't get you.
I'm sure just get rid of that
Don't
wolf.
like
See,
man. I like several times you sit there. Like I'm
Oh,
dying
the
away and I
meat
got these
could-
wolves all over my ass.
Reload.
Whoa! No.
Are you being
They get shot
shadowed
at
from the
anymore.
circle?
oh,
Slinky's the one that'll just heal out in the open.
oh, coming towards you, Slinky. You see that? Yep.
No.
Ah!
Last.
Oh, top three.
They had 10
Top three.
kills.
Good job, everyone. Well,
The
let's see if I
person
can.
that killed the guy with the sniper had 10 kills.
I'm gonna pull this back over. Of course, this is gonna be all messed up. One sec, people.
In it though, it's all going to be fun.
We
Let's
get
see.
in the call. I'll
Hey,
just hop
hang on,
out.
hang on.
I'll hop out.
Oh,
Bye.
same.
See ya, others.
Bye.
Yeah, catch you later. See, I don't know how. See, I gotta figure this one out, there, Dads. This is one of our production value things we'll have to figure out.
It's all good. If I just stay like this, we're golden. See, look, hey. You know, there you go.
I'm clicking on it. Oh, I know. I have it there. There. 1 second. I had the. Oh no. Whoa.
Got this. I believe in you, man. Just casually zoom into his face. That's what he's like this.
Did that do it? There we
That
go.
was fun.
There
It
we
was
go.
fun, Nate Dogg.
I figured it. Thanks very much, Nate Dogg and Slinky.
Oh, there we go. Hey, oh, hey.
We figured it out.
That was a blast.
Anyway, thanks everyone for joining us tonight. It was awesome.
100%.
I don't know. I had some fun. I hope everyone had some fun. Hope. I think we might do this again. What do you think, Dadverse? At some point in time.
I think we totally have to do this again. I had a blast, man. Honestly, Kaz, I had a really wonderful time talking to you, Koo, getting to find out more about you. I look forward to find out more about you, more about your kids as we do this again, my friend. I really appreciate it.
It was a fantastic conversation, and it's great to learn more about you and the kids. It's nice to see. I know when you always meet someone, like especially this way, you never really know who they are and what's going on and what's who's behind that person. But it seems like we have a lot in common. Like it's neat sharing some of the stories, like with Annabelle being mature and Nyla, and sort of timing wise, we mentioned this when we talked before how it's going to be interesting how to get to know each other that way a little bit more. So. Thanks for everyone for joining us tonight, especially Slinky. Thanks very much for the modding tonight. That was awesome. We never really thought about it. Tiki Guy, thanks for joining us. Ghost Raider, K-Vamp, everyone who stopped by. Ezra, Red Abbey. I'm probably missing people. I probably shouldn't start listing people off, but it's one of those things.
It was just nice. It was just good to have everyone here and then read the Discord and have people too.
Thanks for posting. The Dads versus. Twitch there for Sleeky and the Discord, brand new Discord. If you join us, it's all underdeveloped. You'll see lots of changes coming up over the next couple of weeks. Keep an eye on Dad's and my socials. We'll keep you up to date in terms of next streams, and I think that's about it.
Hang on, I'm actually going to put in our new Discord. There it is.
Perfect.
That's the Discord right there.
Wonderful. Let me take a check. I don't know who's on tonight. Not typically on Monday nights. Oh, Randomish is on. Maybe we'll pull the Randomish. Or Wise is on too. Who should we go to? Let's see if there's anyone else. Do you have a favorite streamer you typically go to, Dad's versus?
Let's see. You know what we got going on tonight? We got some. Let's see. there's a mixture of fun people can go tonight. Wise on. We got Hail Heidi is always fun to go to.
Is she on tonight? Oh, there she is. Yeah, let's go to Resident Evil. How about some nice wholesome Fortnite and Fortnite and dad advice and we'll go to a horror stream. How's that? I like that. I don't think I've ever.
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay, perfect. Everyone, stick around. Again, thanks, Dad. It was great talking with you, and thanks for everyone who stopped by tonight. Keep an eye on for next stream. I don't. When are you back? When are you streaming next, Dad? Actually, we'll do a little.
Streaming next. I'll be streaming next Wednesday night with War Wednesday. Me and the eldest Annabelle would be playing some versus games. We just figured out how to do that. We'll be doing that, some bedtime challenges, as well as some Nerf wars.
Nice.
That's coming Wednesday. How about you?
I am on Thursday with our casual chains rating, which is World of Warcraft. I stream with on my Alliance guild, a bunch of fantastic guys, Nox and Victus. I've been with this guild for 12 years, and they're just a really laid back casual. We're doing the current raid content, so a lot of fun. And then back on with our Dauber tunes on Saturday night. So yeah, hope hope you all can stop by and join us. Nerf War, that'd be fun to do. Nerf War. Thanks everyone. We're gonna raid over to Hail Heidi. Give her some love and some follows if you're not already. Otherwise, thanks again, Dad. Thanks everyone for joining us for our first Dad's After Dark stream. We'll catch everyone next time. Bye everyone.
Goodbye.
This ain't a song for the broken hearted.